This session will feature Class 2A, second round constellations on
Good.
all mats, followed by Class 2. Third round constellations on mats 1, 2, 7, and 8.
What's going on, guys? Welcome to the Iowa High School State Wrestling Tournament. We got day 2 coming. I am Worm Buffelli alongside me, my buddy Jimmy Schusler. Jimmy, day 2, brother. How we feeling?
Feeling good, dude. Feeling excited. Maybe more excited than yesterday. We got a 2A on the mat. They're going consolations first, and we're underway. 2024 Iowa High School State Wrestling Tournament. We're back.
Absolutely. Got our first request here on the matches. Class 2A, we're going to have going to mat 7, John Amos from Clear Lake taking on Caleb Field out of Garner Hayfield Ventura down here on mat 7. Looks like the match hasn't started yet. Looks like they're wiping up a couple of wet spots there from cleaning the mats. So, like Jimmy said, we got first round consolations coming first, and then we're going to run quarters. And while we're running the quarters, we're going to run a second round of consolations too. So guys in the consolations, they're going to be wrestling 2 matches. And then the guys in the quarters, they lose and they go on to tomorrow to the blood round. So we're just going to be moving everyone along here. So we are, like I said, we're in the first round of consolations and we're ready to rock.
Down on mat 1, we got Charlie Bowman from North Polk, the sophomore. He just scored a quick takedown. He's leading 2-0 over Drake Howard of Sergeant's Bluff, Luton.
Charlie, he won his first round yesterday.
He won in his pigtail, and then he lost a close one in the round of 16. So he got last night to kind of think about what he's got to correct this morning, and he's off to a good start. 2-0 lead halfway through the first period on mat 1.
All right, moving over to mat 7 here, whistle blowing John Amos out of Clear Lake and Caleb Feld out of Gardner Hayfield, Ventura. Feld in on the takedown right away, gets the 2. Goes right into a sit. Amos looking to get out. Feld does a really good job of following through. Doing refs are going to probably call it. Oh, good breakdown there. He's still riding the ankle. Breaks him down again. Got about a minute 30 left here in the first. Goes right into a tilt. Got some swipes, but nothing for back points yet.
Over on 1, Charlie Bowman still working hard on top. He's got a 2-on-1, trying to tilt up Howard of Sergeant Bluffs. They've been rolling around a little bit. Can't quite get the back points. And we got our first fall of the day, first pin of the day on mat 3. Garrett Pumphrey, the freshman of Eddiesville Blakeburg. He's going to be winner by fall in period 1 over Dylan Terwillinger, Eagle Grove.
So lack of a better term here. You lose here in this round. You're heading home.
You're pretty much done, yeah. That's the season. So excited to see what these kids can bring this morning, see where their effort levels are at after the first round in 2A yesterday.
Down on 7 still. Feld out of Garner Hayfield, still up 2-0.
Putting on a tough ride. He's got that cross wrist. He's working on a ball and chain. John Amos, the freshman out of Clear Lake, doing all he can on bottom to not get turned. Over on mat 2, Bryce Olenstink from Sioux Center. He's got Andy Nuno, Bishop Heelan. Mat 3, we've got Jesse Jens from Harlan and Cole Baumgars from Boyden Hole Rock Valley. Right in front of us on 4, we got Brody Black from Glenwood, the freshman. He's taking on Cale Johnson of Central DeWitt. We got 2 freshmen going at it on 4.
On mat 5, Tucker Ball walks away with a pin over to Lucas Peters out of West Delaware, Manchester. You know, I know Peters, this isn't the tournament that he wanted going 0-2 down here, but I'm going to tell you guys right now, be ready to watch that kid here in the next couple of years. He's a lightweight guy. He's probably eating on full feed to make 106, and he probably still isn't making it, but once he hits that weight, I think it's going to be Lookout City. So back down here on mat 7, going in the second period. Feld chooses bottom to start the second period, up 2-0. Over on 6, we got our first Saturday night ride on a Thursday morning with the fall.
He's going to get a pin on a Thursday morning.
Taking out Quentin Arlano out of Van Buren. He sends Garrett Kutch home from Benton Community. Still over
the
here.
Van Meter Jr., he was up 12-2. Stuck in the Saturday night ride and gets the pin on mat 6. And then on mat 8, Ryan Cassidy, West Liberty, the junior, he's taking on Jaden Mara, another junior out of Waukon. Cassidy with a 7-0 lead midway through that second period, so he's off to a good start too. Down on mat 1, Bowman extending his lead 5-0.
Looks like you guys had a near fall there.
He's getting more back points.
Looking for that Turk.
The high thigh. He's driving over that high thigh.
Still down here on 7. Now 3-0 in charge of Feld. Amos looking in on the shot, but Feld's kind of cooking the corner. But there's still... Amos looks like he's in a good position here to get 2. There's 2.
So Caleb Feld with an escape. John Amos answers right back with a nice high crotch, sits him to his butt, and finishes the takedown.
Amos or field goes Peterson.
Just as I say that,
he gets a reversal.
Caleb Feld with the Peterson reversal.
Doesn't get back points on Peterson, but it hits the roll through. Down on 4, we got Cale Johnson out of Central DeWitt. He's up 4-1 on Brody Black out of Glenwood. Here in the third period, minute 30 left here to go.
So Feld leads on mat 7, 5-2. About 30 seconds left in the second period. Charlie Bowman extending his lead after getting more back points. He's up 7-0 for the North Polk Comets on mat 1.
Over here on 7 still a pretty good match here, 5-2. Caleb Feld. Over here on mat 8, we got a fall cooking here with Cassidy out of
West Liberty. He's going to get the fall
over Ryan Marr out of Walk-On.
He's excited. He's fired up.
Cassidy, junior out of West Liberty. He's been around the block a few times. He's always been a tough kid. Let's see what he can do on the backside here, getting some backside work done, getting his first win out of the way. And that's just it, all these guys took a loss yesterday. Luckily, in the morning session, it's one of those things where, you can kind of get the day to kind of, lick your wounds a little bit, get right, get a good night's sleep. You're not that last session, so you're not going to bed super late. Hopefully they all got a good night's sleep, feeling ready to go today.
I suppose that's kind of why they extended this to a 4-day tournament instead of a 3-day deal too. Yeah, I like that. It kind of gives everyone a chance to recoup a little bit and get their mind right, and it's an even playing field coming in this morning.
In years past, where you might have the morning session one day, but you might not have you might have the afternoon session the next day, or if you have that morning session, you get that bad draw of that 8:30 Friday night session. That I always thought was kind of sucks. It's like you're expecting our guys to wrestle their best match at 8:30 at night after a full day of being in Des Moines wrestling. And you expect them to be ready to go. But now, we got these guys who they at least get a solid 12 hours off their feet, hopefully.
Right.
Back over here on mat 7, 6-4. This is a pretty good match here, or 5-4 actually. Fielding on the leg, though, gets the takedown. He's up 7-4 with 30 seconds left here.
Over on mat 1, Bowman's going to get the win. He's moving on.
Big win for the Comets.
Big win for the Comets.
Down here on 4, Cale Johnson extending his lead 6-3 with 7 seconds left with a takedown. Black cuts him right away. Oh, big old throw.
Big throw. And a lot of momentum there, but looks like right at the end of the match, he's not going to get it.
Yeah, Black came charging in looking for that throw, or looking for that takedown. He got the takedown and cut, and then Johnson answered right back with that big old throw.
So that's Cale Johnson, Central DeWitt. The freshman's moving on.
Got to shake their hands, guys. Got to shake their hands. I know you're upset, but you still guys have good sportsmanship down here.
Over on mat 2, Bryce Owenstink, Sioux Center, the sophomore. He's got a good 12-0 lead on Andy Nuno. And Sioux Center looks like he's going to move on. 20 seconds left in the third period, not over quite yet.
Down on 3, we got
Jess
Jens out of out of Harlan. He's up 4-0 over Kale Baumgars out of Boyden Hall. And he's looking for a fall here. He's sitting pretty high up, but he's just got to readjust here real quick.
That looks tight.
He's going to scoop the head.
At 113. Now wrestling on mat number 7 at 113.
Over on mat 5, cleaning up a little bit of blood. We've got Oskaloosa's Ty Lorenzen, the junior. He's down 5-0 to Evan Erpenbach of West Lyon, the sophomore.
Then down here on 7, we got Jarrett Engel out of West Delaware, Manchester, taking on Jonah Lunsman of Monticello. This is a rematch from districts on Saturday. So to see these guys on the backside, you know, Lunsman tried going for a big lift, but didn't go off to the side. He fell straight on his back.
Caught him on his back.
Now Engel catches him through, and now Engel's got him on his back. He's getting back points here. He might be getting the fall. That's one of those things, man, like you learn as a little kid. You jump off to the side. You don't try going straight back on that. And I think a little memory lapse there out of the Monticello senior. He ended up fell right straight on his back, and I think Engel sat right on top of his belly, knocked the wind out of him.
Yeah, just creating a scramble situation there, and it's kind of a 50-50 deal.
And there's the fall. Big fall there for the West Delaware Manchester 113-pounder. He advances. Yeah, you can tell Lunsman's hurt. He might have popped a rib or something the way that he landed. I mean, his butt landed right on his rib cage. So down on 4. Moving on to mat 4, we got Jason Stevens out of Hampton Dumont. He's up 2-0 over Matt Genoba out of Centerville.
Mat 2, a quick pin for Austin Hansen, the senior out of Essersville. He wins by fall over Cale Graff of South Tama. He's moving on. Yeah, these guys are wasting no time this morning. We've already seen several pins. They're not holding back.
I mean, you can't really. Especially, you know, when your season's on the line, you gotta let it fly here this round. I call it emptying the clip.
That's right.
You just gotta empty the clip here. If you empty the clip here, you got some time to refocus, get ready for the next round. Nothing to hold back here.
Throw the kitchen sink at him.
Yep.
No holds barred here.
Over on 3, we got Jason Johnson out of Tipton taking on Owen Mayhall out of Humboldt. Mayhall up 2-0 right now over Johnson. He's got a real tough ride in. Got both spurs in. Looking to possibly sit a half in here in the sit. He's going power half here. Looking to crank that over.
Yeah, and then right down in front of us on mat 6, Caliber Fry, Prairie City Monroe. He's getting swipes. He's up 12-2 now over Lane Elmquist of Audubon. So the sophomore versus the sophomore on mat 6.
Down on 5, one of our requests on YouTube here, we got Evan Erkenbach out of West Lyon. He's up 7-0 over Ty Lorenzen out of Oskaloosa. He's up 7-0 here to finish off the match. He's going to get the W walking off here for the Cougars, I believe they are, out West Lyon. Humboldt back over on 3. Humboldt looking for back points. Does get a set of 3 back points. He's now up 7-0. Owen Mayhall up 7-0 on Jason Johnson out of Tipton. 2 seconds left here in the first period.
That's what it is. We talked about it all day yesterday. You got to score early, you got to score often, and you definitely got to score at the end of the period.
I tell you what, man, looking back at that 1A session last night, I'm still thinking about that match where kid gets a pin on mat 7, they wipe it off. He's still down 2 with probably about 10 seconds left, and he hits a big throw to get the win.
He had to win twice.
And
sometimes that's what you got to do, right? You got to take the referee out of it. He kept his focus. He stayed on what he was good at.
He could have easily had a meltdown there and, threw a temper tantrum, but he just readjusted, refocused. He was going to go out on his shield there.
And his shield he went out on.
Match 7, we got Isaac Wilson out of Algona. He's up 4-1 over Caden Steinkamp out of Center Point, Urbana. There's a fall there on mat 2. Wyatt Johnson out of Cherokee, he gets the fall over Briggs Collins out of West Liberty.
Yeah, that was scoreless. And took him right to his back and got the win by fall.
You know, this is definitely that round of birthdays and funerals. Mat 6, we got Spencer Fink up 2-0 on Caden Jones out of the Port City Union.
Down on mat 1, we're in the third period. Lane Travis, the sophomore out of Creston, he's got a 4-0 lead on Jacob Nelson, the junior from Columbus.
132, Steele Dirks, Assumption Davenport, Charlie Karam of Solon.
Over on 8, we got Mac Morgan out of Eagle Grove. He's up 7-0 on Ryan Hartwig out of Clarion Goldfield Dow. It's 9-1 here. 19 seconds left in the third. Hey, Franklin, thank you for chiming in. Quarters will happen right after this round. They'll just move right into those seamlessly. I could be a betting man, too, that it could possibly be that they're going to run, they could be running quarters on 5, 3, 4, and 6, and then have the consies going on the outliers on 1, 2, 7, and 8. But also, there's still a chance of possibly being next available. So we'll keep that up to date for you as this tournament progresses. So thanks for asking that question. A lot of people are confused. I was even confused even this morning trying to figure out how this is going to work. But coming up here on mat 2, we got Steele Dirks out of Davenport Assumption. He's going to take on Charlie Karam out of Solon. I believe this is another district meetup from last week.
White Tines TV, we see your request. Caden Weber and Gage Spurgeon. I think those two are in the hole. We don't see them yet on the feed, but
those guys, I think those guys are coming up in the quarters.
Okay, so yeah, that'll be an hour or two.
Want to thank you guys all for tuning in. Our audio play-by-play today is sponsored by Quint City Restorations out of the Quad Cities. Appreciate everything they've been doing so far with this tournament. They are helping us provide quality coverage here. So you guys can do them a favor, follow them on their social medias, reach out for them for any quotes you need on any restoration and construction. They can help you out there. They're big sponsors of IA Wrestle, the AAU state tournament coming up next week down here in Des Moines, and St. Ambrose University Wrestling. Takedown there by Dirks there on mat 2. Jumping out on a lead here real quick. He's going to get tough here on top.
We're moving right along here. We already got 26-pounders out on the mat.
We're rolling right through it, man. And, you know,
down on mat 8, we've got Jacob Meckley, the senior out of North Polk. He's working a cradle over Elijah White of Algona, the junior. So Meckley out of North Polk Alman off to a good start. He gets 3 back points after that cradle. He leads 5-0 here late in the first period.
Over on 1, we got Jake Hoggy out of Mount Vernon. He's taking on Gavin Winters out of Greene County. Tell you what, Greene County's they've come along quick, almost to a school I've never even really heard of. But then all of a sudden, you know, they start getting rolling. They got, you know, last year they had a couple state champs in McKinley Robinson and Cale Peterson. Now it looks like I was walking past them this morning down in the thing. They had a group of guys down here. Takedown there for Winters out of Greene County. He's up 2-0 over Jake Hoggy of Mount Vernon with 46 seconds left here in the first. Down on 5, we got a nice close one here going into the third period. Tanner Postian out of Woodward Granger. He's up 3-2 over Cam Kokenkon out of Sergeant Bluff Luton. He's ranked second.
Yeah, Postian, just a freshman, taking on a senior and competing well. Looks like we got a little injury time or blood time there on mat 5. But we'll stay in touch with that one. 3-2 in the second period.
Tim Albrecht, I see you out there. Thank you for the support, brother. You've been riding with us yesterday too. So let's ride all the way into Saturday. Dirk's there looking for a bar. He's looking for back points here. He might be looking for as time runs out. So doesn't get any back points there.
And down on mat 8. Throw by attempt for Elijah Whitheight. Nothing doing there. Meckley counters and gets another takedown. He leads 9-0. Next to them on mat 7, Isaac Wilson of Algona with a commanding lead 11-2 over Caden Steinkamp, the freshman from Center Point, Urbana. Down here on mat 6, right in front of us, Spencer Fink of Harlan. He's a junior and he's in a close one with Caden Jones of Union LaPorte City. Jones in on a deep double leg.
20 seconds left here in the second.
Fink does a good job sprawling, and Action carries them out of bounds. And it looks like Fink might have got hit right where the sun don't shine. He's taking a little injury time.
Ain't that a kick in the knockers?
Yeah, that's about the worst thing right there.
Down on 7, Isaac Wilson walks away with 11-2 win there. Coming up on 7, we got Carter Liston out of APCG. So Appleton Parkersburg taking on Frolic out of Harlan Community.
APGC, Titan Frolic, Harlan. Liston, APGC, Frolic of Harlan.
Down on 4 coming up here. Looks like we got a Green Devil out of Osage.
Easy to spot those green singlets from Osage.
I gotta say, those singlets are probably older than we are, man. He's gonna be taking on Gavin Vargas out of Boyden Hall Rock Valley. Jasper Sonberg out of Osage. Currently looking at the team race right now. Looks like we're just about to get another roundup here of the top 10. Here we go, looking at them, just for people that are curious. Sitting in first place, once we get the team board coming up. Vosser back from McClure. Welcome up, brother. Good morning. First place right now, Burlington Notre Dame up 36.5. Mount Vernon sitting at 2 with 33 points. Rounding off, we're going to round off probably the top 10 here. I'm just going to keep watching as these roll through. 3, Osage is 27.5 points. 4, your state dual champions, Creston, they got 27 points. West Burlington decided they aren't messing around. They got some dogs in this hunt too. We're going to see a lot of them this morning. 5th place, Glenwood with 27. In 6th place, Davenport Assumption with 24.5. Down on 4, looks like Vargas gets a takedown. He's up 4-0. Gets some near falls. 7th place, Union Port City with 24. 8, Decorah with 23. Round off your top 10, we got.
Yeah, and down here, Mat 5, Woodward and Sergeant Bluffs. That's still a close match. 15 seconds left.
9, we got North Polk at 23 points. And then 10th, we got Sergeant Bluff Luton to round off your top 10 of the team race. So this is that round, man. If you're on the backside, you got to do what's right for your team. Like if I'm Osage here, but he's getting put on his back here right quick, getting some swipes. Vargas is getting a fresh set here. There's 2, 3, 4, gets a full set.
Yeah, and it's just as important to fight off your back to prevent those other teams from gaining those team points as it is when you get a guy put on their back to close them away and earn points for your team.
I mean, you want to talk, in a scenario that we had, when I coached at Waller, we had 4 guys down here. 3 out of the 4 guys pinned their way into the finals, and then heavyweight took 4th. We had enough bonus points to end up winning the state title that year. So there's my one and only reference to 2018. The yearbook is officially closed.
Over on Mat 2, Steele Dirks still with the good lead, 8-1 over Charlie Karam.
He is tough on top, man. Assumption's always been really tough on top. He's looking for a big old power half here. He might be getting this one here.
On Mat 3, Charlie Showalter out of Hampton Dumont. He's going to pick up a win.
There's the fall there on Mat 2 for Steele Dirks. He did a really good job. He ran a bar on one side and that half on the other. And you go half side, you jump half side and run that half side. It is a very uncomfortable turn.
It looks like Mount Vernon.
Over here on 6, we got some action here.
That's been a close match.
Caden Jones sneaking a late takedown here with 4 seconds left.
Wow.
To take out Spencer Fink out of Harlan. Harlan's still going to try rolling, but big win for Cade Jones.
Yeah, and over on Mat 1, Mount Vernon picks up another win.
Wow, Cade Jones didn't think he was winning. He just realized that he won. He's fired up. That's exciting. Heartbreaking at the same time, though, if you're Fink, especially coming out of Harlan, it's that close to the match, and you let that one get away.
Yeah, this sport will make you feel any and all emotion that you can feel. That's why we love it.
Jensen of Okoboji HMS.
Down on
Now
8.
Mat number 1 at 126.
Down on 8. Looks like Aiden Barrick out of Iowa Falls, Alden up 6-2 right now on Broderick Phelps out of Creston. 6-2 here, minute 30 left here in the second. Just caught that out of the corner of my eye, big old double leg there. Down on 4, Osage making a comeback here. 6-4 in the second period. He's going real hard on that front head, but
Gabino Vargas, he did a good job clearing, getting his head across his
following
chest.
through. Vargas doing a really good job with the front head. Sonberg, you know, kind of telegraphed that outside single from way out of left field, so you might want to close the gap on that one. So now it's 8-4 here with a minute 20 left here in the second.
Over on mat 1, we got another. Check that.
Chase St. Peter, good morning, Boar. Hope you're doing well. Down here on 6, we got
Connor Pickerel of Albia.
Ooh,
He's taking on Dolan Thiessen, Central DeWitt. 2 juniors going at it. 0-0 early in the first.
Pickerel out of Albia. That's a name that a lot of people haven't forgotten. Former 4-time finalist Nick Pickerel.
UNI graduate.
Yep.
I think he's teaching down there now and coaching, I've heard.
Yeah, he used to run that club Young Bucks for a while, and then he went on to keep rolling there. Down on 1, we got Waller's Jaron Guiley. He was a 7 seed this weekend, gets upset in the first round. He's looking to bounce back through this tournament. He's going to be taking on Jason Jensen out of Winterset. I was talking to Guiley a little bit this morning. He told me that he's feeling pretty good this morning, had to get his mind right. I think he's a little fired up here this morning, so a shot right away, tries going right to his patented carry. Jensen does a good job stopping that. They're in a front head position here.
Yeah, in mat 3 and 4, we had 2 good near arm far legs. Vargas ends up getting the pin over Osage Steinberg on mat 4. And right next to them, on mat 3, Colton Keller of Sadell. That school's only qualifier out of Sadell, Colton Keller, the senior. He leads 4-2 over Spirit Lake Park's Levi Dunn.
Guiley going Kelly again, gets it this time, gets the 2.
Down on mat 7, we're getting swipes.
Guiley putting in a work-like mentality on top.
Cameron Kimmerer of Independence, Cassidy Craig, Sergeant Bluffs Luton. That's a close match. And he's going to get the pin. Independence is going to get the pin. Cameron Creamer.
I tell you what, man, one thing I always say about Independence, they always have dope singlets.
Yeah.
They always have dope singlets.
The big eye on the side.
Yep. I've talked to their coach multiple times. I think he is a low-key gear guy, dude. Like, he constantly, always is talking about, new singlets they're getting and stuff like that. And it's like, when you have a program that can, be able to, raise money for their program and get their team different singlets all the time, that's just good for the culture, I think. Down on 5 here, Jordan Young up 5-3 over Cooper Wall out of West Delaware, Manchester. Jordan Young's had a decent little tournament so far. He won his first round yesterday, then lost his second round match. Down on 7, we got Kyler Sandholm out of Red Oak. He's taking on Alex Saxton out of Woodward Granger. Keaton, we are going to be going into the quarterfinals here after this first round of consolation, so probably about another hour here, brother. Grayson Vandenhever, good morning out of Cresco. Go Cadets.
Thanks for tuning in.
All right, end of the first period here on mat 1. Gilly up 2-0 for Wahlert Catholic. Gilly returning 4th place winner from last year, taking that upset in the first round.
Probably a little disappointed to start off the morning, but off to a good start here in the consolations.
Over on 7, Sandholm up 2-0, still in control. He's looking for a big finish here. Gets back on top, doing a solid workmanlike job on top as well.
With the Red Oak tiger print on the back of his singlet. Easy to spot that one.
And if you can't spot him, you got to spot his coach in the tiger pants.
Down on 6, Connor Pickerel. He's got a good lead. He's up 6-0 over Dolan Thiessen of Central DeWitt.
On 1, Jensen from Winterset gets the 1, score 4-1, but Jensen answers right in on the leg on a low ankle. Gilly does a good job of sprawling, going out of bounds. Coach Allen telling him to get his hands down in front.
And over on mat 2, Logan McDonald of Grinnell. He's going to pick up the win over Gage Miller out of Guthrie Center, the freshman. So that'll end Miller's tournament. He's getting consulted by the coaches. He's got a long career ahead of him as just a freshman down here at state tournament.
Over here on 4, Ty Scopel, seated wrestler who got upset yesterday. He's trying to make some quick work. He's up 6-0 right now with a head in cradle, trying to look to turn, cut the corner here. Trying to hit that low anchor here on the go behind. But he's got his elbow real deep, it looks like. Gets that pushed off by Scheffenbaugh out of New Hampton.
And down on 8, one of the favorite names of the tournament, Brady Beers, the junior out of Humboldt.
Brady Beers showing up.
He's in a close one with Brandon Briley. A lot of B's there on mat 8.
Over on 3, Colton Keller out of Saydell. He's walking off the mat here with an 8-2 win over Levi Dunn at Spirit Lake Park. And down on 5, we still got a good one going here. Jordan Young up 8-5 right now over Cooper Waugh. Gilly going in on another shot for his carry. It looks like Jensen's doing a really good job of blocking off the elbows there to prevent that pass. Then back on 7, 3-2 right now in favor of Sandholm out of Red Oak. Minute left here in the second.
And that's been a pretty evenly matched bout all morning. Those two, Woodward and Red Oak.
Well, the thing is,
they've been going back and forth. Good action from both guys.
Sandholm was moving forward, here in that first period to get that first takedown, and it's one of those things like you can't let off the gas there, man. Like, and especially in the coming up here, he's backing up a little bit. He needs to be moving forward, kind of controlling the hand fight here.
Yeah, there's a lot of match left. And just as we say that, they get into a little bit of a scramble. Shot, reshot. Alex Saxton, he's got a deep underhook on his right side. And Sandholm going for the big throw. He's going to get it. Cow catcher, kind of a cow catcher lat drop.
When your head coach has a license plate that says "Go Greco," he has something. He has some couple tricks up his sleeve there when he throws.
They got some upper body guys.
So Sandholm extending his lead 7-2, down on 1, 4-2 match here.
Anyone's match.
Jaron Gilly and Jace Jensen. Minute left here. Gilly's been taking the majority of the shots, but Jensen's doing a really good job of stopping everything that he comes forward with.
They're wrestling on the edge of the mat down there.
Gilly's just... They're calling stalling on Gilly, which I don't really get. It's kind of interpretive. I mean, for a guy who's been taking the majority of the shots, but maybe they felt like he was kind of backing out of bounds on that.
Yeah, and that's one thing.
Gilly on another shot, but gets stopped again.
As long as we have the sport of wrestling, the stall call
will always be interpretive.
It'll be
as Gilly hits a backside
nice
go behind.
Drag.
Nice drag there. He's going to come out 6-2 here with 30 seconds left. Jensen, though, grabbing the head and arm. He's trying to find something. They go out of bounds. Gilly's still in control.
Next to them on mat 2, Creston's Lincoln Keeler, the senior. He scores an early takedown. Back on their feet. And throws a headlock out of bounds. They're going to get a fresh start here. Just 6 seconds to go in the first period. Keeler's got a lead over Lundgren.
Getting a little scramble here with Jensen and Gilly. Jensen's going to get the reversal. Nothing yet. There's the reversal. As with 10 seconds left, Jensen's has to go probably try to find some back points here. He's going to try going assassin, but nothing there. Time runs out. Jaron Gilly's going to hang on to win this one 6-4, excuse me there.
And you can tell maybe still a little disappointed from the loss he took yesterday, but he lives to fight another match.
Yeah.
Jaron Gilly, the senior from Wahlert Dubuque.
And that's just it. Like, but at the same time, though, too, man, you got to let it go. You got to let it go. You got to move on. But he's also never been really like one of those real fired up kids. You know, he's kind of a cool hand Luke mentality about things. Down on 1, we got Peyton Pilgrim out of Davenport Assumption. He's taking on Leighton Yeager out of Esterville Lincoln Central.
And we look away for just 2 seconds. Over on 7, Kyler Sandholm extending his lead in what was a close match. 1 minute, 3-2, and now Sandholm, after a takedown and back points, he's leading 10-2 over Woodward's Alex Saxton, and that's going to do it. He's going to move on.
Big win for Kyler Sandholm. That's going to put him back. That's going to put him back in that second round of consolations here. Later on here, after we go through the quarters. I take that back. I still think they're going to run quarters the same time as they're going to run Concies. So these guys that are winning right now, they're going to take a quick, they got to take a quick break, slug some water, get out there and get to work. Down on 1, Peyton Yeager. He's up 2-0 over Peyton Pilgrim right now. 2-0, minute 15 left here in the first. Then down on 8, Brady Beers down 8-3 over Braden Briley out of Creston. 30 seconds left. Beers needs to find something here. 15 seconds left. There's a takedown. Might not be enough time. As Creston just does a good job. As soon as he gets to go behind, he just starts hanging on the elbow. Nothing wrong with that if you're up big. So moving on, it will be Braden Briley out of Creston. He wins 8-5 over Brady Beers. Last call for Beers here, this one. Dang it, Jimmy, I had a great joke and you missed it. I said last call for Beers and you did not even get a response.
One last call for Brady Beers.
Down on 6.
That's Mikhail Bear, the senior out of South Tama on mat 5. He's going to get a win by fall over Landon Wittrock.
Down here on 3, looks like Tate Berman out of North Fayette Valley. He just gets a late takedown here in the third, minute 30 left. He's got a bar going. He's down 10-6 over Cale Nelson and Carroll. Goes for the cut. So now it's 11-6. If you got that 5-point move here, man, you got to start thinking, where's it at?
Yeah, not something you probably drill or practice a ton, but you got to have 1 or 2 in your repertoire.
Down on 6 here. We got back points coming out of Logan Boehm. He's up 8-2 over Jackson Kirchhoff of Humboldt. 20 seconds left here. Sorry for the break there. We just got stopped by Grandview coach Coach Reedy.
Coach Paul Reedy, Robert Paul Reedy, legend of his own.
He's been helping that Grandview team build a dynasty down there in Grandview for the last 13 years. He is one of the first coaches.
The Emmitsburg E-Hawk.
Down on 8, we got Jax Miller out of West Delaware, Manchester. He's taking on Remington Fry of PCM Monroe. That's a baller name.
Yeah, Coach Reedy, he's can't say enough good things about that dude and what he's done for the program and what he's done for the individuals in the program.
Down on 1, Peyton Pilgrim from Assumption. He's looking for a fall here. Trying to get some work done here. We got about 20 seconds left here in the. Let's see here, got about 20 seconds left here in the second. He just needs to settle back a little bit, get those legs behind him. He should have it here. They got the back points. He seems pretty buried. Time's about to run out here. He's got about 10 seconds to find something. Nothing there as he gets the roll through. He still gets 3 back points. Going into the third period, Pilgrim up 9-2 over Leighton Yeager.
Deacon Sorensen, Davis County, Cale Cook, Burlington, Notre Dame. Sorensen of Davis County, Cook of Burlington, Notre Dame. Now wrestling on mat number 3 at 138. Up on mat number 6 at 150, Cooper Ludwig, Carroll, Colin Henry, Decorah. Ludwig of Carroll, Henry of Decorah.
Yeah, down on mat 1, Peyton Pilgrim with a good lead over Leighton Yeager.
Over on 8, Jax Miller hits a nice tilt there. Coming up here, down on 4, we got a pin looking like coming out of Van Wy out of Sergeant Bluff Luton. 4-0 here to end the second. Doesn't get the fall, but had him almost dead to rights there. As time expires, saved by the bell. Kind of hoping in 3A, or was it 1A or 2A last, or 3A yesterday? AC roller. I kind of want to see a pin get stopped right there too.
Yeah, I think that was 1A.
Okay, so he might be coming up here.
Over on mat 7, we got a tight one late in the second period. Carter Forkerts of Albia. He's winning. He's got a slight lead, 5-4 over Connor Christopher, Eagle Grove.
On 5, Niles Sin out of Williamsburg. He gets the fall over Spencer Martin of Maquoketa. Putting an end on Maquoketa's morning here for the young man out of Maquoketa.
And over on 3, we got another tight one. Early in the first period, Cale Cook leads 2-1 over Deacon Sorensen of Davis County. Still 0-0 down on mat 8 as we go into the second period. Remington Fry, PCM Monroe, the senior. He's going to choose bottom. Jax Miller of West Delaware putting on a tough ride as they go out of bounds. But Remington Fry does a good job getting his hips back. Oh, and he crashes over the cheerleaders a little bit. Watch out, cheerleaders. But he's going to earn the 1-point escape as they go back to center here.
Getting the win there, Peyton Pilgrim out of Assumption, 11-4. Assumption's kind of putting in some work here this morning on the backside.
Yeah, they've had a couple pins and a couple wins. And down on 2, that is Cade Bauer of Sioux Center. He's got the leg in deep, and he's going crucifix, and he's getting swipes. He's got to be careful of his own back. Looks like he was about flat himself.
Down on 1, we got Easton Wheeler out of Anamosa taking on Britton Maxwell.
Cade Bauer with the fall on mat 2.
Wheeler's had to give himself a good first round. In on the outside single. Looks to cut the corner, doing a really good job here. About to hook the bottom leg. However, Maxwell deciding that he wants to grab an ankle. All of a sudden, we're in a scramble position. Wheeler did a really good job with that outside single setup. It was almost textbook. But some of these guys, man, they know how to grab ankles and just hang on and create a scramble. Wheeler trying to get a high position here. One of those positions where they're going to call stalemate here on about to start here, minute 28 here left here in the first period. Easton Wheeler.
Yeah, and down on 3, looks like we got a request for Cale Cook out of Burlington, Notre Dame, the sophomore. He's in a tight one. He leads 4-3 over Deacon Sorensen of Davis County as they go back to center and get a fresh start.
58 seconds left here in the second for that match.
Good hard collar ties by Cale Cook.
Got blood time here on 8. Current score right now there, Remington Fry is up on Jax Miller 1-0.
And Deacon Sorensen's going to get a whip by Big lift and return. He's taking a 5-4 lead now over Cale Cook.
Coach of Western Christian, please come to the head table. Now wrestling on mat number 7 at 144 pounds.
Cale Cook comes to his feet. Another mat return by Sorensen. Sorensen putting a tough ride on the right side.
Woodward Granger, you are now wrestling on mat number 7 at 144.
Hey, Brad, can you hear us now?
Brad. Right down on mat 4, Irving Ramirez.
We did have a mute there real quick for a little bit, but we should be back now. I did get a text saying that we were back, so I think we're good to go there. Hey, Franklin, can you hear us, brother? Let us know. You're one of our point men. Looks like we got a fall locking up here on mat 4.
That is Austin Evans out of Creston, the senior. He's got a near side cradle. And he's got Irving Ramirez on his back. That looks tight. Next to them on 3, Deacon Sorensen still putting on a tough ride against Cale Cook of Burlington Notre Dame. Deacon still leading 5-4. And there's the pin for Austin Evans out of Creston.
That big old pin there. All good. Tim, Frank, we appreciate you, brothers.
Down on 6, Cooper Ludwig out of Carroll. He's got a good lead, 8-0 over Colin Henry of Decorah. And down on 8.
Down on 1, Wheeler up 4-2 right now. Getting in a weird scramble position. He's looking for back points, but if Maxwell gets his hips through, oh, Wheeler is sitting through, going, kind of just sitting on top of them. Doesn't have the legs locked in. Going reverse half here, needs to probably walk his feet out counterclockwise, just like that. Getting a set of back points here.
And down on mat 3 next to them, Deacon Sorensen, he's getting back points as well over Cale Cook of Notre Dame Burlington. He's got both boots in. He's working a power half to the left side. Cook trying to roll through in kind of a crab position. And up now on mat 4, Tristan Sinnard, the junior of Knoxville. He's taking on Hewitt Breingar, PCM. 0-0 early in the first period there. We got another freshman out of Woodward Granger, Will Atkinson. He's down early 4-1 over the freshman from Decorah, William Fullhart. 2 freshmen going at it on mat 7.
Looks like we got some back points coming up here on 6. Jax Miller sneaking a 2-1 win. Comes back here in the third period. He was down 1-0, gets the 2-1. Big win there for the Hawk.
And we got our first overtime match of the day on mat 3. Deacon Sorensen.
Let's get fired up here.
Cook. It's 6-6 going into overtime. Winner takes it. First point wins.
Looks like
Sorensen's in on a shot. He's in on a single leg, right side single.
This is that drill we were talking about, that one in practice. You get absolutely exhausted, the leg up in the air, both guys. He's going to go big trip. Nothing yet. Might have a cradle. Wow.
Good action from both guys.
As Cook from New Burlington, he was about ready to get taken down. He kicks through it, goes out of bounds. Possible fall here on mat 4. There's the fall for PCM.
That's Breingar. Hewitt Breingar, the senior.
Big win there for him.
Stays alive. And then over on mat 3, good shot from Cale Cook. He's going to get the takedown in overtime. So Cale Cook from Burlington, Notre Dame with the overtime victory.
Big win there. Keeping those team points alive for him. Doing his part on the team. Down on 2, we got Ryan Dengler out of West Liberty. He's taking on Bode Thompson of Elbia. Thompson up 2-1 right now.
So Cale Cook gets the overtime victory. He's going to move on.
Now wrestling on mat 4 at 165. Now wrestling on mat 3 at 150 pounds. Cole Halupnik, North Polk. Cole Hoyer, Sioux Center. Hoyer, Sioux Center, Halupnik, North Polk. Now wrestling.
We're getting at one. We're starting to pop up to 165s here. They're starting to show up. So we're about halfway through this consolation round.
Over on mat 3, we've got Cole Halupnik out of North Polk Allman. He's taking on Cole Hoyer of Sioux Center. Two seniors going at it there on mat 3. Good sprawl by Halupnik as he runs the corner. Head bounce, and he's going to score. So he takes a 2-0 lead here early in the first period.
Down to on mat 2 here, Riker Dengler out of West Liberty. He's scraping a 3-2 win, possibly a 3-2 win here. 30 seconds left. He's got a tough ride in. As Thompson, he's looking to go on top. He puts.
And Halupnik wasting no time on mat 3. He's going to get
fall.
a pin.
Fall for the Comet.
The Comet faithful
They're
right there.
rolling.
And they're on their feet.
10 seconds left here on mat 2. Dengler's still got a leg in. Elby is probably going to try one big bucking effort here. 3 seconds left. I said bucking.
Shout out to Tanner Werner. He's tuning in. Thanks for tuning in, Werner, up in Waverly, Shell Rock. Or maybe he's down here at the tourney. Teammate and friend, stud out of Waverly.
Dengler coming back in that 3-2 win there for the Comets. Down on 4, we got William Bollinger out of Creston. He's taking on Jackson Furbach out of Solon. Down on 6. Jack Skelton up 2-0 right now on Darren Adams out of Osage. Wait, no, they just waved it off. End of the second. It's still scoreless. Osage and New Hampton, they're about 10 minutes away from each other, so these two have seen each other probably a handful of times this season. Here comes another wheeler out of Anamosa, probably following his brother.
Yeah, it seems like if the older brother's wrestling, you're his main partner in the living room or in the wrestling room, right? And sometimes you have no choice but to follow in the footsteps of the brothers or the cousins or extended family members. Once it gets in your blood, it stays there forever. And we love it.
Gotta love it, man. I mean,
you gotta love it.
You have a brother that's having a built-in workout partner. I remember being a kid, like my brother was just learning wrestling and I knew nothing about it. I was a big pro wrestling fan, and all of a sudden he's like, "Hey, I want to show you a chicken wing," and I just remember getting run over and just crying because it hurt so dang bad. Down on 3 here.
Or sister, right? Shout out to the sisters that were the rag dolls and the practice partners.
Well, some of these sisters nowadays, the evolution of wrestling, they might be doing the ragdolling.
They're doing the butt kicking now.
Big takedown coming in on 2. Looks like Holton Palmer out of walk-on. He's in on a big double there. Still nothing yet. Scored 2-1. Oh, as Creston's Bollinger, he's doing a good job hipping through here, putting himself in a stalemate possibly, maybe even coming out the back door. But Palmer was doing a really good job trying to control the hips, maybe getting a turn out of it.
Down on mat 6, Osage Darren Adams, the senior. He's putting on a tough ride over Jackson Skeleton, the freshman. He's up 3-0 in the second period. He's got a ball and chain, working a ball and chain on the left side. That's another guy there that every advancement point counts for the team race in Osage. We got a stall warning on mat 4. Bollinger of Creston backing straight out of bounds. The Solon junior, Jackson Furbach, he's going to get a stall. And just as I say that, he takes another shot, and Creston snaps him down and goes behind. So Will Bollinger with a 5-0 lead now, minute left in the second period on mat 4.
Down on 5, freshman Caden Wiley out of West Liberty. He's up 4-0 right now over Dylan McMorrin out of West Marshall. Wiley, we were impressed with him yesterday. You know, taking that L in the round of 16, but, you know, he's one of those freshmen. I mean, you can tell he's putting in some work. Pretty sure Dad's in his corner. Yep, Dad's in his corner. So, down on 4 here. Looks like Bollinger out of Creston. He's catching up a set of back points there. He's up 5-0 here in the second period.
Down on mat 8, we've got Ballard, Huxley, Daniel Hyman, the senior. He's taking on Maxwell Mintle, another senior from Grinnell. Mintle with the takedown in the first period. And he's got the bottom leg Turk. Hyman's got to try and crawl forward there and get his leg free. No back points yet for Mintle, but they're right there in the center of the mat. He's got to work hard at this. And equally, Hyman needs to work hard to crawl forward and get that bottom leg free, and he does that. So 2-0 for Mintle out of Grinnell. We got a close one on mat 2. Staver of Creston. He's winning 4-3 over Holton Palmer of Waukon, the junior. They go out of bounds and get a fresh start here with 30 seconds to go in the second period. Next to them on mat 1, Brody McKinley, the junior from Harlan Community. He's down 3-0 to Hayden Schaefer of Eagle Grove, the sophomore. And they're going to go neutral here to start the third period.
Score 8-4 down here on mat 3. Hanson of Decorah up 8-4 on Mike and Wheeler out of Anamosa. Just kind of curious on how old. Wheeler is a junior, 33-16. Hanson, a senior, 33-11. Pretty similar records here. They're both letting the fur fly.
Right down in front of us on mat 4, another Creston athlete. He's got both boots in. The senior, William Bollinger, still with that commanding lead, 7-0 over Jackson Feuerbach of Solon.
Down on 5, Derek Adams with a 5-1 lead right now over Jack Skelton out of New Hampton. Pulling away here with about 20 seconds left, doing a really good job on top. On 5, Wiley gets the fall. He moves on.
Freshman moving on.
Second round consolations here coming up here.
Unfortunately, the senior from West Marshall ending his season.
Over on 3, Hanson with some back points here, looking probably to sit back, could possibly be getting a fall here.
157 pounds, Rafe Bach, Clear Lake, Owen Bach.
3 near fall at the end of second.
Bach, Carroll, Bach, Clear Lake, now wrestling on mat number 5 at 157.
Down on 8, Maxwell Mintle extended his lead after 3 back points over Daniel Hyman, the senior from Ballard.
There's 2. Adams going to walk off here with an 11-1 bonus win over Jack Skelton out of New Hampton.
Adding those team points to Osage's team run.
North Polk sneaking up into the top 4, it looks like here, brother.
Love that.
Comets are doing some work here on the front or on the backside.
Comets, baby. Yeah, I think they're three for 3 right now with a pin in a major decision.
Now wrestling on mat number 6.
Every point matters.
Down on 4, it looks like Bollinger is going to take that from Feuerbach 7-0.
Miller, Fairfield, Blowitz, West Lyon, now wrestling on mat number 6 at 157.
And you love to see these coaches. My coach, Kirk Hesse, he's been there probably 20 years or more. And I think this is far and beyond the best team they've had up and down the lineup. He's just got some great support from some ex-college hammers. And that's usually what it takes is a village of coaches.
Looks over here on mat 2. We got big old cradle. There's the fall for Milo Staver out of Creston. 30 seconds left here over Holton Palmer out of Waukon. He takes the fall there, moving on. Getting Creston some bonus points here, going into the back, doing some backside work as well. Down on 1, Blake Mather out of West Delaware, Manchester. He'll be taking on Oliver Potter out of Woodward Granger. For people that are listening in Eastern Iowa, you guys ever get a chance to listen to Jamie Vasky down? He's sitting about a row in front of me. He just kills it down here for their radio station. So appreciate all the people that are down here. Look, we're down here on Radio Row, man, and all these guys are out grinding, man.
Yeah, something that I haven't experienced. I've been around wrestling for 25 years, I suppose, and haven't really been on the broadcasting announcing side. And I've got a different respect for these broadcasters and these announcers after day one yesterday. It's definitely mentally taxing. Maybe not so much physically, right? But there's a lot going on up here. And, yeah, shout out to all the announcers providing play-by-play for your hometown heroes.
Well, and then this morning I was walking down past the news media there too. I mean, all the newspapers, they're all set up too. You know, my boy KJ Pilcher down there with Cedar Rapids Gazette. He's sitting there grinding at 7 o'clock in the morning. He's about as smart as they come in the sport of wrestling. He's been around the game for a long time, so I got to sit and chat some wrestling with him. So we appreciate everything. You know, this thing is a total team effort. You know, like you said, we talked about yesterday, the communities in itself, they shut down. That includes the press in the town. Down on one, you get a takedown right away, but it looks like Mather's catching a cradle. Wow, that was slick. Kind of sat off to the side, kind of hung in the air there while he was getting the cradle. Now he's got back points. I don't think he's going to get the fall there, but still just a great way to, oh, he's going suicide over top, goes out of bounds.
He's going to get back points.
That was slick.
So that's Blake Mathers at West Delaware. He was down 2-0, got a reversal, and right into a cradle. He's leading now 5-2 over Oliver Potter, Woodward Granger. Down here on mat 8.
Sorry, go ahead, Jim.
Oh, you're good, man. You're good.
Down on 5, we got some near fall points out of Carroll.
I was just going to say, down on 8. He's been down the whole match. Daniel Hyman out of Ballard, the senior, but he's getting swipes now.
Catching cradle.
And he's going for the fall. There's 20 seconds left in that match. He's about got him flat.
Down on 5, we got
big pin.
We got Owen Clucky out of Carroll. He gets the fall. Scoreless match in the second period. He gets on top and he gets the fall there. He moves on. So back on 1, looks like Potter from Woodward Granger. He was going to that high crotch again, and Mather was looking to sit to that cradle side again, and he went, nope, not today.
So that concludes mat 8. Heartbreaker for the senior, Daniel Hyman. Did all he could there at the end of the match. Mounted a great comeback.
That's a heartbreaker, man.
He's going to fall 7-6.
Down on 6, we got double bars coming out of Casey Miller out of Fairfield. He's looking for the fall here over Gage Blewett out of West Lyon. Minute left here. He's got plenty of time. Might be sitting a little high.
He's got to sink his chest back a little bit, and just as we say that, he kind of starts to make the adjustment. West Lyon, Gage Blewett doing all he can to fight off his back here. But he's going to get pinned a minute into the second period. So Cason Miller of Fairfield, the junior, he's going to move on and end Gage Blewett's season.
Over on 1, we got another cradle here on 7. Lance Helm out of Elbia. Gage Ragler out of Carroll. He's looking for the fall over Lance Helm. He's got that thing tight. There's the fall. Carroll's rolling here on the backside, man. They're getting pins left and right. And down on 5 here, we got Watson Cobb out of Mount Vernon. He's taking on Dane Burkhart of Fairfield. Another one of those Mount Vernon Mustangs that need to get points here for the team race. And down on 6, we got Aiden Antonelli out of Anamosa. He's going to be taking on Tyson Gilly out of Gilbert. Antonelli yesterday. He had a solid first-round match where he had to come back and get the win. So hopefully, he's feeling pretty good about that.
Blake Mather, West Delaware on mat 1. He's going to win by fall over Oliver Potter. He's moving on. Over on mat 4, out of Greene County, Jefferson, Brent Denhart, the junior.
Jasper, though, going back, or Cobbs gets the 2. Cobb from Mount Vernon up 4-1. Real nice go behind there. Doing a solid, tough ride. Long, lanky kid. Looks like he can just backpack if he wants for how lanky he is, and he's doing just that. We were never blessed with long arms, James.
No, I think the legs are longer than the arms for me.
Yeah. I don't even think I can do it. I don't even think I can touch the floor bending down.
That could be a flexibility issue, Will.
Okay. The belly might be getting in the way.
There you go.
Down here on 7, we got Drew Diaz out of Assumption. He's taking on Cale Moore out of Williamsburg. Moore up 2-1 here. We're at 175 pounds here. We are rolling fast right now. We're gonna be getting in. We're gonna be getting into the round of 8 here shortly. Down on 6, still scoreless. 30 seconds left here in the first.
Mat 4 right down here in front of us, Brent Denhart, the junior of Greene County. He's got a commanding lead over Tyler Pinsney, the senior of Crestwood Cresco. He's leading 16-2, well on his way to a tech fall.
Down on 6, still scoreless. Antononi coming in, finds a headlock. 8 seconds left.
Double
They're
leg
giving it
into a
2.
headlock. Scoring at the end of the period, just like we talk about.
Getting some points there. End of the first period here, up 2-0. That was slick, man. A little bit more time. I think he might have had something there.
And down on mat 8, Mediapolis is Kyler Crow, the sophomore. He's 40-4. He's off to a good start here on the backside. He's got a 9-3 margin over Cyrus Mathis, the senior from South Tama County. And he's getting more back points as I say that. He's going to get 2 more back points. So he's up 13-3 now.
Antonelli.
That's Kyler Crow of Mediapolis.
Antonelli out of Anamosa. He's running a big bar here. He steps aside, gets the half with it. Oh, they call it potentially dangerous. Kind of questionable there, but hey, I'm not a ref. Mediapolis, coached by former UD wrestler Mikey Griffith. He's been down there for 3 years. You know, when he took that job, I was like, that's a big shoe to fill there, and I think he's doing a good job there at Meepo. They've always just been a traditional wrestling powerhouse.
For sure.
So he's doing a good job keeping that program rolling. Down on 7, Cale Moore still up 4-2 on Drew Diaz.
Over here on mat 2, we've got Cohen Torres, the senior from North Polk. He's wrestling Reed Holshoff from Sioux Center. Looks like a takedown and escape for Torres. Another takedown for Holshoff from Sioux Center. And then another escape for Torres. So the mat 2, Sioux Center leading North Polk 4-2 here. Still in the first period, still a lot of match left.
Antonelli gets the fall. He moves on. I'm telling you, man, there's something cooking down in Anamosa. And it's not Tyler and Downing Steakhouse.
Down on mat 8, looks like we got a little blood time. Looks like Kyler Crow got little attention from the medical staff. Maybe a little cotton swab up the nose. He still leads 13-3 in the second period. Over on mat 2, Torres of North Polk chooses down to start the second period.
Over on 3, we got Kristen Dunning. He's up 9-3 over Luke Johnson, Independence.
Oh, and they're going Spladle.
You got Spladle?
Spladle, first one I've seen.
Oh.
And heartbreak for the North Polk senior.
That is. But at the same time, man, you can hit a Spladle at the state tournament. That's pretty epic.
That's Reed Holschloff. He's moving on from Sioux Center after the Spladle pin.
Down on 4, Easton Linder out of Central DeWitt. He goes ahead with a takedown. Almost had back points there, but they're rolling through. Now we got a cow catcher coming out of James Boulderman out of West Lyon, but he falls through it, and Linder catches him on his back. He's looking to settle in. He's got 35 seconds. He needs to get his hand deeper, lift up the head here, maybe even stretch his hand out and walk towards the head.
Fairfield, Polking, Carroll. You are now wrestling a man 2 at 190 pounds.
We're fired up, dude. We're fired up.
With the fall there,
today.
with the fall there, Elston Linder.
Michael O'Hotto Jr., Carter Hayfield, Ventura.
Down on mat 1, we got a tight one. Leander Reeks, the senior from Turkey Valley. He's wrestling Mason Allen from Clarion Goldfield.
Over here on 5.
And it's Reeks that's getting near fall. He's got the near side cradle.
Over here on 5, Cobb is up 7-5, 30 seconds left. He just got dinged for stalling, though. Cobb just kind of dives in on a shot. Still has a leg. Those long arms are helping him. But they're cutting the corner. Burkhart was cutting the corner there, looking for danger. Doesn't get it. Cobb's going to come out. Still a stalemate here with 15 seconds left. But wow, he's rolling through. Burkhart, he was looking to hunt, doesn't get it. Still a stall. Still the stall call left here with the first 4 seconds left. Nothing there. He goes headlock, nothing. But he's still trying to find the corner. Oh, gets the takedown with no time left, just as he was cutting the corner. And I tell you what, though, I mean, if you're Cobb, you get that stall call with 30 seconds left. You don't need to dive right into the legs. Just be more aggressive. Just don't go diving.
Hold position,
hand fight.
Maybe fake more, hand fight more. Yeah, you don't have to do something super detrimental.
They give you one warning, man. They're on 4. Another Mount Vernon Case and Curran. He's up 2-0 over Leighton Slaymaker out of Central DeWitt. DeWitt brought a squad down too, man. I didn't realize that until I'm starting to notice more and more.
Right. Over on 8, we're still dealing with a little blood time. This is kind of a marathon match for these two, but Kyler Crow still winning 14-4 over Cyrus Mathis of South Tama.
Down on 1.
Minute left in the third period on
Leander Weeks was going to walk off that match with a 10-6 win over Mason Allen on Clarion Goldfield down.
And Kyler Crow,
Frank on Matt
in on a single leg. They're rolling around a little bit. They go out of bounds. He's going to get a stall call on him, even though he took the shot there. Not sure I understand that one. So that'll be 1 point awarded to Mathis. 30 seconds left in this match.
Meanwhile, on 7, Drew Diaz comes back from behind from Cale Moore, ends up winning 9-7 in overtime. That's a gritty match there. Down on 8 right now. Meepo's Kyler Crow, he's up 17-7 over Cyrus Matz out of South Tama County. 20 seconds left here in the third. Crow's doing a great job. Math is
doing everything he can to put him on his back.
He's trying to find everything in the toolbox.
He's down 8. He's going gator bacon. He's going cow catcher. Mediapolis just holding position. 10 seconds left. And that's going to do it. Kyler Crow, he's going to get the 17-9 victory. And he moves on.
Now wrestling on that 7 at 190 pounds, Jagger Luther, Preston, Cale Burmester, Hampton to Montcal. Burmester, Hampton to Montcal. Luther, Preston.
Over on mat 1, Blake Yeager, the senior from Eddyville. He's taking on Mason Kopp, the freshman. We got a senior and a freshman. And just as I say that, Yeager, the senior, with another takedown right into a half Nelson.
He's looking for a fall here. 30 seconds left.
Next to them on mat 2.
We got a weird scramble situation here. DeWitt's got the cradle locked in, but his back's in danger. They
And
just
he's
called
going
a
to get
fall.
a defensive pin.
Mount Vernon with a defensive pin.
Wow.
That's the first one I've seen this tournament.
Yep.
That's a heartbreaker.
Losing 6-2. DeWitt went suicide cradle, got caught on his back. So that's huge for the team race.
Another fall there on 3 at 175 pounds.
Michael Otto Jr. from Garner Hayfield, he gets the pin over Luke Estel of Webster City. And he's excited and he's celebrating with his coaches. Up next on mat 4, Lucas Furbach, the freshman from Solon. He's taking on striker Leddington of Eddiesville, Blakeburg. Over on mat 6, we got a tight one between the freshman Braylon Bieber of Independence and Logan Allerton out of Cherokee, Washington. They're locked 1-1 in the third period. And just as I say that, Cherokee, Washington's Allender, he's going to get a takedown, so he leads 3-1 now. 23 seconds left in the third period.
You are now wrestling on mat 3 at 190 pounds.
Mat 8, Deegan Miller, the freshman out of Greene County, in on a takedown against Kaysen Doppler of Columbus. They get a stalemate there and go back to the center. Quick takedown off the whistle for Miller. He's in on a double leg. Hasn't finished quite yet. Mat 3, they're doing blood time. That's Brian Rydell of Williamsburg. He's a senior. Looks like he's getting little coaching from his coaches in their corner. As his opponent, Malachi Roethlisberger of North Fayette Valley, gets a little attention from the medical staff. They're going to cut blood time. 2-0 for Rydell. First period there.
Down on 1, Jackson Van Kuren. He's up 5-3 over Nolan Lampier out of Olwine. Van Kuren returning state qualifier last year. He's going to be. Something's going on here. You see her. Okay.
Right in front of us here.
We got medical.
Furbach of Solon. He's going to get the pin. The freshman is moving on.
So it looks like we're going to have a medical forfeit this round, but he still has to walk out, and looks like the coaches are hobbling him out. He looks like he's pretty dinged up.
Maybe a left leg or ankle injury on mat 2.
Yeah.
Now wrestling on mat 2 at 215 pounds.
Over on 7, after a quick stoppage for blood, we got Burmeister of Hampton Dumont commanding lead 7-1 over Creston's Jagger Luther.
I don't.
Two seniors going at it on mat 7.
I don't get this at all. I don't understand why they have to report. I mean, the guy is barely. They're carrying him out on the dang mat. Kind of ridiculous, but also, hey, I'm not. I don't know I don't get the rules of this, man. So. Van Kuren in a big old double leg there. They go out of bounds.
Right on the edge of the mat.
Yeah.
Good finish.
He might just
not in bounds.
He might have just dinged himself up there on the way down. Up 5-4. Van Kuren goes front headlock. Lampier trying to find something here. Minute left.
Just a reminder to everyone, we are rolling right into quarterfinals and third round consolations. We will not have a break.
And they just announced it on the loudspeaker, but yeah, right at the conclusion of this consolation match, we're going to roll right into the quarterfinals. They're telling the little guys, the 106 and 13 pounders, to get ready to roll here.
Match 3 through 6 will have our
We got more blood
quarterfinal
time over on
matches.
mat 3.
1, 2, 7, and 8 will be
North
the
Fayette Valley,
consolation.
Malachi
Outside
Roethlisberger
mats
getting a
will be
little more
consolation.
attention.
The 4 inner mats, 3, 4, 5, and 6 will be quarterfinals.
That's one thing I think we need to give a shout out to the medical staff and all the trainers down on the arena,
Thankless job there for them.
keeping the guys safe and keeping the blood cleaned up on the mats.
The staff of Iowa State Athletic Training are doing a great job. Over here on mat 1, I'm going to hang on to this one here. We got a 5-4 match going here. 2 decent-sized dudes.
That's Jackson Van Kuren of Makokata. He leads 5-4 over Nolan Lamphere of Olwine.
He had a sick double right at the edge of the bounds there, but it looked like he got a little dinged up on it. So I wonder what that is. Wonder if it's something that he just has to shake off real quick. Lamphere looking to try to go cradle.
And right next to them on mat 2, Evan Sorensen with a big headlock.
Van Kuren though out. Lamphere with a big old headlock, but Van Kuren's gonna roll through, but Lamphere, he gets out on top, gets the 2, but Van Kuren comes out on top of that with the 2.
Good scramble for the big boys.
That was a big old scramble there. It got me all excited. Those guys were moving not like 2 15-pounders, man.
Evan Sorensen with the pin in the first period. That's the Atlantic wrestler.
On mat number 2.
We will have top 10 matches to watch here shortly. Just getting those updated here as we're moving along. So Charlie Borman out of North Polk, 106. So we're rolling right into consies here. We do have our day 2 matches to watch here in the quarters, and boy, howdy, we got some good ones, folks. I'm excited. You. We got some studs.
So on mat 2, going right into quarterfinals, Charlie Bowman, the sophomore out of North Polk, Alleman. He's going to wrestle another sophomore out of Sioux Center, Bryce Olenek.
And if you guys are excited for 2A, I'm looking at the 3A. I'm looking at the 3A matches to watch too. We got some bangers coming up. This is exciting stuff, man. This is a good day. We got some 2 and 3s. We got some 3 and 5s. Looking at team scores here out of request. Looks like I missed top 2 right there, but Creston's in 3rd place with 37. Crap. We're going to have to catch that on the next round in the loop. But looking like back over here on 1, Van Kuren up 11-6. 10 seconds left. Lamphere has proven he's not afraid to let one fly, but looks like he's not really making the motion to move forward. Time runs out. Jackson Van Kuren going to walk away with that win. It's going to put him in the round of 3 consolations here.
And down on mat 2, a good single leg shot from Bowman. He's going to run the corner. Quick finish and 2 takedown for Charlie Bowman, North Polk. Trying to pull him back into a 2-on-1 wrist. And he's going to get
nothing there, but he rolls through it.
He's got a tight bar with the cross wrist, looking for a tilt. That's Charlie Bowman out of North Polk.
Then on mat 1, we got Michael Borman out of Waller taking on Jordan Allen of Assumption Davenport. Down on 7, Osage, Ledger Niels. He is currently up 2-0 on Quentin Fuller.
And right down in front of us on mat 4, Reese Rogge of North Polk. He's got a 7-0 lead over Trevor Dearden of Central Lyon George Little Rock.
Borman in on a big takedown right away. Big old heavyweight wanting to play college football. Are there any college football coaches in the stands or listening? Here's a guy that is set. He is tough.
He's wasting no time there.
Yeah. Again, especially for a kid that just started wrestling last year, he catches the locked hands though. So as I'm saying that, some of that freshman or some of that new wrestler mistakes, they still happen even if you're a senior. So scored 2-1 there for Borman. Down on 2.
Yeah, Charlie Bowman putting a tough ride on. He also got a locked hand call. And then Olenek out of Sioux Center with an escape. So we're knotted at 2 there. 10 seconds to go in the first period, excuse me. His teammate next to him on 4, Reese Rogge, looking for an escape after injury time. Five seconds into the third period, Rogge's got a commanding lead over Deeren 7-0. So on mat 2 here as we start the second period, Olenek chooses down again. Bowman with that same crossed wrist ride, working hard on top.
Now wrestling on mat 8 at heavyweights.
Now he switches to a bar.
Jack Zommerman.
Down on 8.
Zommerman.
We got Anamosa's heavyweight. We got Tate Peterschmidt.
Bowman with kind of a cross body ride. Olenek tripods.
Trevor Bailey, Iowa Falls, Alden.
And he's going to get an escape. So Olenek leads 3-2 now. Bowman going to take injury time, not injury time, excuse me. He's got a little blood time.
Okay, and we also have I just got sent all quarterfinal matchups with rankings. So we'll be able to talk all those through. Shout out to IA Wrestle for providing us with up-to-date information for us to be able to provide for you guys. Also, thank you so much to Quint City Restorations for sponsoring us on this audio cast. So we are trying to provide the best content we can for you. The guys at IA Wrestle are killing it for us. We're just hope we're killing it for them.
6 pounds, Tay Jordan, Atlantic, Easton, Enyart, Ballard, Enyarts, Ballard, Jordan, Atlantic. You are the first quarterfinal match at 106
Boom!
pounds.
Borman with a big old double leg. That thing was huge.
And we're back to action here on mat 2.
With
Bowman
the fall.
in on a single leg again, looking to finish on the edge.
Man, Michael Borman.
Good finish there for Charlie Bowman.
Michael Borman just looked like he just was a Mack truck that just ran over a frickin' beetle.
Love that.
On mat 7, Creston with the fall over
Ledger
Niels. That's big. Niels was up 7-3.
20 seconds left in the second period for Bowman. He's riding tough on top. After a couple takedowns in the second period, he leads 6-4. Two evenly matched wrestlers down on mat 2, and he gets him flat. Looks like he's going to close out the second period with a 6-4 lead, and he'll have his choice going into the third period.
Catching up on team scores right now, Mount Vernon is in first place with 41 points. Second place, Burlington Notre Dame with 37.5. Mount Vernon putting some work in on this backside. Third place, Crescent with 37. Assumption with 30.5 at fourth place.
13 pounds. Jesse Jens, Harlan Community. Jason Stevens, Hampton to Montcal. Stevens, Hampton to Montcal. Jens, Harlan Community.
Osage in fifth in the team race. Glenwood in sixth. Just a half point separating those two.
Forest City, Carson Greer,
Over here on 6, we got Tate Jordan out of Atlantic taking on Easton Einhardt of Ballard. Ballard with the takedown right off with 40 seconds left here in the first. Nice solid go behind there.
And down on mat 2, Charlie Bowman with his fourth takedown of the match. He leads 8-4.
He's rolling here, man.
They started neutral. And he's got a good outside single. And he's been pretty proficient in finishing that single too. He's 4 for 4. 4 shots, 4 finishes. And he's sitting right into a 2-on-1 tilt. He's getting back points. Good job, Charlie Bowman. He's extending his lead now, 10-4.
Now wrestling
Over
on
here.
mat 7.
Over on mat
At
2,
106 pounds,
or
Caleb
mat
Fell,
6, I'm
Gardner
sorry.
Hayfield Ventura.
Easton
Gavin
Earnhardt, or
Knudsen
Enyart, he's still
Knudsen
up 2-0 at the end of the
Fell,
first.
Gardner Hayfield Ventura.
Another
Now
North
wrestling on
Polk
mat
comment
number
over on
7
mat
at
5.
106
Tucker Anderson, the
pounds.
senior.
Borman needs to try getting a couple back points here, get some bonus points here for the team.
Now wrestling on mat
Anderson and Mason Nally
Mat
over on
7.
mat 5. They're locked at 0 in the first period.
Over here on mat 6, or mat 3, we got Gage Rogge from DeWitt. He's taking on Trevor Bailey. Minute 20 left here in the second. It's tied, or it's 6-5. He's going body lock. He gets the 2 right at the edge. So all of a sudden now it's 7-6. Rogge over Bailey. Got a minute left here in the second, but really smart adjustment there. Understood that he had a body lock locked up. Down on 2, Charlie Borman moving on with a 10-4 win and 106 pounds for the North Polk Comets. Coming up here on mat 2, looks like we're going to be seeing Central DeWitt.
Over on 5 in the second period, Tucker Anderson and North Polk, he's putting a tough ride on. Just as I say that, Clarinda's Mason Nally earns the escape. They're wrestling right in the center of the mat there.
Tied up 7-7. Now another takedown there for Rogge out of DeWitt. Down on 2, DeWitt's got Cale Johnson taking on Garrett Pumphrey out of Eddyville, Blacksburg.
And right in front of us here on mat 6,
Johnson tried going pass by, but Pumphrey met that pass by right with a double leg, gets the takedown there, right in the first 20 seconds here of the first period.
and Ballard's Easton Enyart, the freshman. He's got a bright future ahead of him, it looks like. He's leading 4-1 late in the second period. And they'll go into the third period with the 4-1 lead, Easton Enyart over Tay Jordan.
Now wrestling on mat 7 at 110
Down here,
pounds,
back to mat 2. Garrett Pumphrey's a freshman, 32-7, taking on Cale Johnson, 38-7 freshman. These freshmen racking up almost 40 wins as a freshman. That's pretty impressive. Back down here on 3, going back to this Rogge match. It seems like every time we look over, I go back over to mat 2. Johnson hits a switch. Now it's tied up 2-2. Minute left here in the first. DeWitt back on 3 with their their 215-pounder. He's up 12-8.
And Ballard Huxley, Easton Enyart with a quick escape in the third period and then another takedown. And next to them, Tucker Anderson with a reversal right at the end of the period. So he's going to tie things up 3-3 going into the third. It's his choice, and he chooses down.
You know, I was just thinking about this. This is essentially the first round. Like, this is almost essentially the first round backside. That first round almost kind of like in comparison to the older format setting. But now with this new wrestle back into it, you know, you got to get 2 matches. You got to win 2 matches to even be in the conversation. Back in the day, was you needed 2 to win. Now
Right.
you need 3, just 3 to even stay in the conversation.
Right. Yeah, they went from a 16-man bracket, it's how it always was, to now it's a 24-man.
Smaller districts. Instead of pairing up 2 16-team district or sectionals to pair off into that district, now all of a sudden it's an 8-man or 8-team district to get 24 down here to the state tournament.
So Anderson and Nally over on 5. Anderson down 3-2. He needs a takedown here to stay in the tournament.
Hanson, Astronel Lincoln Central, Travis Creston. Now wrestling on that 1 at 113.
And he's going to get a stall call. So he's got to hustle here. He's got 40 seconds to either earn another stall call or get a takedown. That's Tucker Anderson for North Polk. Next to them on mat 6, Easton Ayart from Ballard. He keeps building his lead, and he's going to get the victory 9-2 for Ballard Huxley. He moves on, the freshman.
Over on 2, Garrett Humphreys comes back with the fall in the second period, ending Cale Johnson's run in the state tournament.
Brady McDonald, Independence. Aaron Payton, Roland Story. Payton, Roland Story. McDonald, Independence. Now wrestling on
Over here on 1, we got a cradle locked up. Austin Hansen out of ELC taking on Lane Travis. He has a cradle here. Yeah, that thing is deep. Might have to try going again. Looks like he's going to try walking through, scooping that front leg and walking it towards the head.
Tucker Ball, Davis County. Quinn Ariano, Van Meter, Ball. Davis
Down on
County.
mat 1, Lane Travis, the sophomore out of Creston. He's taking on Austin Hansen of Esterville, the senior. And Hansen of Esterville going to get a takedown right on the edge. So he leads 2-0. Next to them, Tucker Ball, Davis County, locked 0-0 with Quinn Arellano, of Van Meter. Just starting that one on mat 2.
Nevada, you are now wrestling on mat 6 at 106 pounds.
Mat 3, we've got Brady McDonald of Independence, the senior, and Aaron Payton of Roland Story, 2 seniors going at it there. Looks like our last heavyweight match of the consolation round. Mat 4, JT Kelso of Forest City, Carson Greer of Williamsburg, a freshman and a sophomore. Greer of Williamsburg with the 8-0 lead over Kelso. And that'll do it for Greer. He's going to get the victory, 8-0 over Kelso. Mat 5, Cale McCabe of Fairfield, the sophomore, deadlocked 0-0 against Coy Maylert, the freshman from Union LaPorte City. Next to them on 6, Uriah Corder of Nevada. He's a freshman with a 37-1 record, and he's in a little bit of trouble right now. Colt Boyles of Notre Dame Burlington in on a high crotch. Corder in the crackdown position, trying to get his hips back. No takedown awarded. Good call there as Corder runs his hips out. And they go out of bounds and back to center. Fresh start with 15 seconds to go in the first period. We'll keep an eye on that one.
Down on 5, we got Coy Mellert out of LaPorte City Union taking on Cale McCabe. McCabe up 2-0 right now.
Over on 7, Jake Hogsey of Mount Vernon. They're in the team race. He's leading 4-0, the junior out of Mount Vernon over Brody Booman of Assumption Davenport. And then rounding out the 8th mat here, Jesse Jens, the junior from Harlan. He's in a tight one as they scramble all over the mat. He's losing 8-1 to Jason Stevens of Hampton Dumont. No time left on the clock.
Down on 5. Looking at,
Hampton Dumont, they're going to get a win, 8-7 over Jesse Jens. Close one on mat 8.
Looking down at Coy Mailer, he's been kind of ranked all year. He is a tiny little fella. He's probably one of those kids too, 106 pounds of rocks in his pockets. He's a talented kid. Making it this far.
Now wrestling on mat 8 at 113 pounds.
Looks like McCabe in on a leg.
West Lyon, Calendar Fry, PCM.
Mailer doing a good job sprawling here.
PCM,
Looking to sit a corner.
Now wrestling on mat 8 at 113.
Looking to tip it over. Down on 7, we got Brody Bauman out of Davenport Assumption taking on Jake Hoggy of Mount Vernon. Hoggy up 5-2 right now. 20 or minute just coming up on third period, end of the third period. Hoggy's going to walk away with a 5-0 win over the Knight of Assumption. Down on 6, Elijah Coder and Colt Boyles. Those two names that were in the conversation yesterday in our first round matchup. So these two guys here on 6, they're bringing it.
Yeah, and Quarter with his choice in the second period, he gets an escape and then right away gets a takedown. So he's leading 3-0. That's Nevada's Uriah Quarter, just a freshman, only one loss on the year. But putting up a good fight is Colt Boyles, Burlington, Notre Dame.
Woodward Granger, Caden Jones, Union LaPorte City. Jones, Union LaPorte City. Postian, Woodward Granger, now wrestling on mat 7 at 120 pounds.
Over on 7, Tanner Postian, the freshman of Woodward Granger. He's taking on Caden Jones of Union LaPorte City. And it's Union's Caden Jones with the early takedown, early lead, 2-0.
Over on 8, Evan Epperbach of West Lions. He's got a big old Turk set in. About a minute left.
Straight to the Turk. He's going to get a pin over
the
Caliber
fall.
Fry. So Evan Erpenbach, the sophomore, moves on for West Lion.
He advances tomorrow into the blood round.
Good sportsmanship from both guys there on mat 8.
Right, a lot of respect there. And again, you think a lot of these kids, they probably have seen each other probably a dozen times already as youths. So, they know each other, club scenes, so there's probably a lot more respect than meets the eye there. One of the last heavyweight matches going on right now. Just got back and forth here, 1-0. Brady McDonald, Independence. He's up 1-0. Aaron Payton out of Rolling Story. He just gets the escape. Tied up 1-0 here at heavyweight. Mailer looking for a headlock. Nothing there. Goes right back to a front head.
Over on 5, Cale McCabe from Fairfield with the slight lead, 2-0 over Coy Milhart from Union LaPorte City. Mailer. And back to mat 6. We're going neutral to start the third, it looks like.
Down on 4, Clayton Pararoot. He's up 7-1. He was ranked as high as number 1 this year for Mount Vernon. He's a senior 106-pounder. You don't see those too often.
Undefeated
up until yesterday. He's taking on Cale. Oh, this is the quarters going on right now already.
Yeah, I don't think he's lost yet.
Yeah, no, okay, we're rolling in the quarters as well. Okay. There's the fall there over Cale Burnaboys out of walk-on. I thought we were still. I apologize, guys.
Drama on mat 3. It was a 1-1 match. They get into a scramble.
There's the fall for Independence.
Brady McDonald of Independence. He's going to get the pin and win by fall over Aaron Payton of Rolling Story. That was a close match. It all happened right there in the last 20 seconds of the third period.
All right. Now that we're all caught up, guys, that was on me. So we are running backsides and quarters at the same time this session. So be on the lookout for all your guys that are on the backside. Looking at guys in the quarters here as well. Looks like I think quarters are going to stay right in the center mats here on 5, 3, 4, and 6. And then all the constellations are going to run 7, 8, 2, and 1. So keep up to date here. Coming up on mat 4 right now, we got Caden Latch.
Now wrestling on mat 2 at 120 pounds. Now wrestling on mat 3 at 113 pounds.
He is ranked 10th. He's taking on Lyndon. I got to go back to Tony's pronunciation of him.
And down on mat 1, Lane Travis from Creston. He's going to move on. That was a close match. They're tied 9-9, and Travis is going to get the pin over Austin Hansen.
Pepsin Pong out of Webster City. Tough wrestler, tough name, brother. He's getting a tilt here over Caden Latch, who's ranked 10th currently.
Now wrestling on mat number 6 at 113
At a rolling
pounds.
story.
Carter West, Burlington, Notre Dame, Mitchell Schmoss, Crestwood, Cresco.
Down on 5, we got Carter
Crestwood,
West,
Cresco.
ranked 5th,
West,
taking on
Burlington,
number
Notre
4,
Dame.
Mitchell
You are now
Schmoss
wrestling
out of
on mat
Crestwood,
6 at
Crestwood. They're just starting up here
113
too.
pounds.
Down
Now
on mat
wrestling
5,
number 1 at
we got
113 pounds.
John Gonzalez,
Engle, West
ranked
Delaware,
number 7 as a
Manchester.
freshman,
Ryan Cassidy,
taking on Lincoln
West
Schraub,
Liberty.
number 12 out of
Cassidy, West Liberty. Engle,
Williamsburg.
West Delaware. You are now wrestling on mat number 1
And then down
at
on 3,
113 pounds.
we got Braden Bonshak out of LaPorte City. He's up 2-1 right now on Jace Curry. Jace Curry ranked 11th. Braden Bonshak, returning state champion.
Keep an eye on that one. Bonchak knows how to win. He's up 2-1 right now,
He's gritty, man.
and he's pushing the action. He's got his butt to the center. Jace Curry of Sergeant Bluffs Luton doing a good job trying to circle back to the center, but Bonchak not letting him have an inch.
Okay, now that we got that format situated here, I'm feeling a lot better about that. I will be able to provide all of our quarterfinal matchups with rankings.
Over on 5, we've got John Gonzalez of West Marshall, the freshman. He's taking on Williamsburg's Lincoln Schropp, the junior, and it's the freshman out to a 2-0 lead. Next to them on mat 6, Carter West, Burlington, Notre Dame, in a scramble with Mitchell Smosh of Crestwood, Cresco. No points awarded there as they're both kind of ankle to ankle in that scramble position. Crestwood Smosh trying to come out as he sits the corner. They get a potentially dangerous call. They'll get a fresh start. 9 seconds to go in the first period on mat 6.
Carter West, returning state finals from last year, taking second.
Yeah, and this round is just as entertaining as any round, right? You win here in the quarters, you're guaranteed a place in a spot in the semifinal tomorrow. So, yeah, these guys are laying it all out there.
West is a 2-time state runner-up. He hasn't lost since the first week of the year to Cliff Keen. And then one of his losses was to Schmoss from Crestwood. So, that Independence Cliff Keen invite, that's a tough tournament already. So to have this rematch here, West is doing a tough job here, still scoreless after one. Over on mat 4, Pexenpalm up 4-0 right now over Caden Latch out of Rolling Story. He's looking for a cradle. He's found it. He's looking for the fall. He's got to take some time here. Or take a little bit of time, but he's got about 30 seconds. He can readjust.
Needs to readjust his lock a little bit towards the head of Latch from Story City.
Over on 3 right now, Boshak. He's up 7-2 right now.
Now wrestling on mat number 7 at 126 pounds, Jacob Meckley, North Polk.
Tell you what, man,
Charlie
Boshak's tough,
Showalter,
man.
Hampton,
He is a goer.
Showalter, Hampton, Cal, Meckley, North Polk. You are now wrestling.
Boshak, a junior, 39-4, state champion. He's taking some L's this year, but same time, that don't matter. Stall call there, stall call there on Jace Curry.
Yeah, when you seek the best competition year in and year out, you might take a lump or a loss here or there, but this is where it all matters.
You throw the Port City Union team in to just about any tough tournament, just like, especially these 2A, like the Cliff Keen invite, the Benton community tournament's always solid. They always bring high-level guys into that tournament, especially this year down in Benton. They brought in Milwaukee Northwest. Jace Hedeman down there took his first loss this year to Koufax Christensen. These guys they're not just taking easy tournaments. They're getting themselves in some real bangers here during the season.
In all divisions, too, it sounds like. Little schools and big schools.
Down on 5 right now, John Gonzalez up 5-0 on Lincoln Schropp.
And on 6, Carter West, Burlington, Notre Dame, the senior.
Goes for the ride out.
Locked 0-0 against Mitchell Smosh of Crestwood, Cresco.
He did a great job there riding him out.
So we're goose eggs going into the third period.
Schmoss is choosing both on their feet.
And Smosh going neutral after getting ridden out in the second period.
He understands there, hey, there's no auto bottom here on this kid. He goes pass by, catches a takedown. Schmosh gets the 2. West starts scrambling.
Good action from both guys. He goes arm drag into a takedown, and right away Carter West tries to Granby out of it. They're in a little bit of a Merkel position here.
Over on 4, Pexenpalm. He's still looking for back points. He's up 8-0. He's looking to settle in there. Meanwhile, Carter West looking to come out the back door here.
So they did award 2.
They're looking for
to Schmoss of Crestwood.
He's got back pressure into it.
But now West kind of in like a single leg finished position, trying to hook the bottom leg. Now they're rolling all over. They're ankle to ankle here.
Now they're calling potentially dangerous there. Minute 12 left here in the third. Man, this thing is living up to the hype. Over on 5, this freshman, John Gonzalez, is just riding Strop like a dog. He's tough as they come, man, for a freshman, undefeated.
Head coach of Webster City.
Down on 3, Bonshak, he's looking for bars here. He rolls through, tries catching a tilt, nothing there. Man, so far some good wrestling here in the quarters.
Yeah, these guys are putting it all on the line for sure. They're letting it fly.
We are going to...
And we got an overtime victory on mat 8. Looks like Humboldt is going to get a victory. Owen Mayall, the junior, is going to get an overtime win over Gabino Vargas.
That's a big win there. Folks, we do apologize. We probably are going to be covering more of the quarterfinals here than the backside. We'll keep our eye on things that we can, but obviously at quarterfinals. Carter West here hitting a Jonesy. Did they get back points on that? Tied up 2-2, 13 seconds left here. He's still hanging on to that Jonesy, but Schmoss, he's trying to sneak out the back door. Nothing yet. There's no control there, either guy. No time left here. Time runs out. They're going to overtime. We got our first overtime here in the quarterfinals.
And over on mat 4, Ryan Bosson of West Lyon, the sophomore, versus Vinny Mayberry of Glenwood. It's Mayberry of Glenwood with a quick takedown in the first period. He leads 2-0 over Bosson.
Bill Roach to the head table.
All right. Looks like we got
a little last name pronunciation. It's Bonesack. Braden Bonesack, Union LaPorte City. He's up 10-4 right now with 3 seconds left in the third period.
Thank you for that. We appreciate that.
Thank you for the correction.
We are always able to take constructive criticism on how I pronounce some of these names.
In fact, we kind of like it.
Yes.
We got Spladle City down on mat 8.
Spladle City here. Oh, wow. Schmoss going for the shot, but Carter West going for that Jonesy. He's going to... He might get it. He's got it with near fall.
Wow.
Carter West sneaks that one in overtime with a Jonesy.
Wow.
That was slick.
Good match for both guys.
Great match. I was impressed.
There's a lot of action for a low-scoring match.
Bonesack walking off the mat for the Port City Union, picking up the major there. Down on 4. Down on 4, Vinny Mayberry up 2-0, and Ryan Bastion out of West Lyon. Tracy Kramer, we're gonna make sure that we're covering this match for you. Looks like Vinny Mayberry's up 2-0 right now.
And Mayberry chooses down to start the second. Ryan Bosson with his choice. He defers. Mayberry choosing bottom position.
Down.
Quick escape for Mayberry. He leads 3-0 on mat 4.
Down on mat 3, we got Caden Weber, ranked number 1 out of Nevada, taking on Gage Spurgeon out of Eddyville, Blakesburg. Spurgeon, one of the best freshmen in the state. He's proven it. He's coming in 35-1. But this is a whole new test. Weber's been ranked number 1 all year. Placed 3rd last season. He's looking to make his first state finals. So you got a freshman that's 35-1, and you got a kid that's been ranked number 1 all year. This is a win. I mean, this is a huge win if you're the freshman putting a stamp on it.
Yeah, and back on mat 4, West Lyon's Ryan Bosson. He's in on a high crotch, kind of extended there as Vinny Mayberry gets his hips back. and they go stalemate, fresh start in the center. Yeah, and like you were saying, Worm, Spurgeon and Weber, the only one that wins there is the fans. This is going to be a good quarterfinal matchup between two hammers that are meeting pretty early here in the 2024 state wrestling tournament.
And over on 5, we got Braden Murray out of West Delaware, Manchester. He's taking on Carter Schmass. Carter Schmass out on mat 5 right now for Crestwood.
Another takedown by another takedown attempt for Ryan Bosson, the sophomore out of West Lyon. And again, Mayberry gets his hips back. They got another stalemate called, so they'll start fresh with 50 seconds to go.
We got hip action here.
They're letting it fly on mat 3.
Spurgeon's the freshman. He's getting takedown here, but Nevada answers back with a reversal. Coach Boyer was fired up down there from Eddiesville, Blakesburg. Over on mat 5, number 4 ranked Carter Schmass. He's taking on number 9 Braden Murray. Schmass currently up, Murray currently up 2-0 right now. Minute 30 left here in the second.
So on mat 3, after that little scramble, it's going to be 2-2. They give 2 takedown to Spurgeon, no back points awarded, and then Caden Weber coming out on top with the reversal. So Nevada's Weber will start on top to start the second period. 2-2 over Eddyville, Blakesburg, Gage Spurgeon.
Down on mat 6, we got Emmett Newton. He's ranked 6th. He's out of Davis County. He's taking on Christian Aarons out of Creston. Currently, right now, Newton is currently up 2-0. He's up 2-0 right now on Creston. Murray with another takedown here on mat 5. Braden Murray's putting something together here. He's currently up 4-0 over the higher ranked Schmass. One thing that's kind of hard about having your brothers wrestling too, man. If he takes a loss, it's kind of, you feel for it, but at the same time, you got to bounce right back. You got to clear that out of your head right away. Stall call on Schmass.
Yeah, brother or teammate, right? You can't let those emotions get in your head too much. You got to try and save your mental and physical energy for your match and what you got to do. But it is hard sometimes seeing a teammate who's put in the work and been at all the practices with you and been through the ups and downs of the season. You hate to see them get their heart broken. But again, you got to have a short-term memory. Over on mat 3.
Possible back points. Nothing there.
So it looks like Spurgeon got the reversal over Weber of Nevada, and he's got the boots in. He's
got
looking
a tight
hard power half
on a bum shoulder too.
And Caden Weber doing all he can not to get turned.
Now Weber's facing him.
Gonna come out there in a bit of a scramble. Good job bringing his hips in.
Yep, nice double leg.
Finishing on what would be a high crotch, but it's more of a reversal situation. Needs to try and just get his one here if he can. There's short time in the period.
Down on 3, Vinny Maryberry still up 3-1 over
just
Ryan
as we
Branson.
say that,
Branson gets the 3.
Ryan Boston, he gets a stall call. So he scores 1 from a stalling, and he gets a takedown.
With 5 seconds left.
5 seconds to go. He's got to hold on to him. Wow.
Going into overtime here in that quarter.
Overtime on mat 4. Ryan Boston gets the stall call, awarded a point, and gets a takedown with less than 15 seconds to go in the match. They're knotted at 3. Right away, Mayberry of Glenwood in on a single leg. Boston looking to break the lock. He needs to slide down a little bit more. They're going to go stalemate.
Down on 6. Davis is still up 2-1.
Check that. Just got another takedown. He's up 4-1 over Creston's Christian Aarons. And over on 5, Schmass of Crestwood. He's down 4-1 for Murray of West Delaware.
Murray been in the driver's seat this entire match, but Spurgeon meets him right as they're taking the shot at the same time. They go in double overs here. They're in over-under position. Now Spurgeon in on the shot. He might be getting the takedown here.
Spurgeon in on a single leg. Good sprawl by Weber over on mat 3.
4-2 here with a minute left here. Man, this Spurgeon kid's tough.
Yeah, they're both wrestling tough.
Over here on 4, still overtime, 17 seconds left. Spurgeon here with another
whizzer by Weber, nothing yet, but Spurgeon hooks the far leg. They're going to give him takedown, and he's got a leg in. He goes cross body ride right away. 3-3 for West Lyon, and they run out of time. Another 5 seconds, and he might have a takedown.
Down on 5 here. All of a sudden, Schmoss is coming back, tied up 5-5 here. 7 seconds left. Spurgeon here, 30 seconds.
He's in the driver's seat.
He's in the driver's seat, riding tough.
He's got a boot in, and he's got Weber stretched out. They're near the center of the mat. So unless they get a stalemate, Weber's he's going back points here.
Weber coming out of the back door with a Peterson, nothing yet.
Spurgeon now he catches riding tough still.
He catches back points.
And then on mat 4 in overtime, West Lyon's getting back points. Ryan Boston is getting back points. He started on top in this first 30-second overtime. He's gonna get the pin.
Fall. Big win there.
Wow.
Big win there.
Good comeback.
Good for him. We're in overtime here on mat 5 with Schmoss and Murray. Schmoss ranked 4th, Murray ranked 9th.
And West Lyons fans are on their feet. They're fired up after a pin in overtime for Ryan Boston. He moves on to the semifinals, the sophomore.
He's got plans for tomorrow morning.
And Crestwood
Schmoss catches the overtime win.
The 33-1 sophomore, he's moving on to the semifinals as well. Takedown in overtime.
Down here, okay, so coming up on mat 3 here, we got Landon Davis out of Eddyville-Blacksburg. And on mat 4, we got the number 4 ranked CJ Davis out of West Burlington. Down on 4, we got Jace Heidman, 2-time state champion. He's taking on Trace Clarkin out of Humboldt. Still on 6, down on 3, we got Landon Davis, Aiden Smith out of Atlantic, mat 5. Amari Chavez, South Tama County on mat 5 quarter. Chavez ranked 6th, Smith ranked 2nd. Big questions here on mat 1, going to the constellation, looking over the constellation side. Current score is 7-6. 7-6 right now for Jordan Young out of Charles City. He squeaks by, they just wiped off the takedown. It's 5. He ended up losing 5-6. Big upset there. Connor Pickerel comes back, wins that one. They thought that he got the takedown. He didn't get it. Down on 8, Steel Dirks up 2-0 over Cameron Kramer, Independence. Back to the quarters. CJ Davis looking to scoop the corner here. His first takedown here.
Wallert, Guiley, Dubuque Wallert, Briley, Creston, now wrestling on mat 7 at 138 pounds.
Over on mat 7 coming up, Jaron Gilly from Waller Catholic. He's coming up here taking on Brandon Briley out of Creston.
Keeler, Creston, Bucknell, New Hampton, Turkey Valley. Now wrestling on mat 1 at 132.
Right now, up on mat 3, Landon Davis. He's ranked, he's at 3rd right, he's up 2-2, or tied up 2-2 right now with CJ Davis. End of the first period. Just some solid wrestling here in the quarters. Boom, big takedown there on mat 6 for Carson Doolittle. Carson Doolittle currently with a takedown. He's ranked 3rd this year, and he's taking on Ethan Skoglund out of Sergeant Bluff Luton. Hyman up 2-0 right now, puts in a tough ride. Just suffered his first loss this year off against Colfax Christian at the Benton tournament this year, but he's been running through 2A the last 2 years. He's as solid as they come. He's committed to UNI already as a junior. Over on 3, CJ Davis and Landon Landon Davis. They're both tied up at 2 here.
2 Davises.
They don't make it right.
And 2 Eddyville boys back-to-back on mat 3, and 2 young Eddyville boys.
Over on 7, Jaron Gilly up 4-1 right now over Brandon Briley at Creston. And on mat 8, Steele Dirks is up 4-0 right now. 132 pounds. Down on 6. Doolittle gets himself a set of tilt points there. Big fall on mat 1 from New Hampton.
He's fired up.
Jaden Bucknell, he is fired up.
The sophomore, he's moving
Lincoln
on.
Keller.
Sophomore, 29-22 record. He defeats the senior Lincoln Keeler of Creston by fall. Over on 3, Landon Davis. He's on top here. The sophomore out of Eddiesville, Blakeburg. Putting on a tough ride. And he's going to find Notre Dame. He's getting back points.
Now wrestling on mat number 1 at 138 pounds. McHale Bear, South Tama County.
Now the refs go to discuss. They're going to give him 2 back points. That's Landon Davis. He's taking a 4-2 lead over CJ Davis of Burlington, Notre Dame. And CJ Davis, Notre Dame, trying a couple side rolls, kind of putting himself in danger doing that. Gave up 2 back points just 10 seconds ago.
So over here,
Live and die by the sword.
So both these guys are state qualifiers here on mat 3. Both failed for sure. The board saying both guys come in with only 1 loss on the season. Davis will have to come out on top, punch typically the semis. Obviously in this team race, he's got to step up for his team, especially after missing out last year. He's found himself in the quarterfinals here. Landon Davis, he's ranked 5th, and he's a sophomore, 34-1. Something's cooking out in Eddiesville again, too, man. They got some young bucks coming up. Down on 6, Carson Doolittle still up 5-1 here, 30 seconds left in the third. Down on 7, Jaron Guiley is up 6-2 right now, but he is having a tough time on bottom here in the second.
Yeah, and on mat 6, Carson Doolittle of Webster City, the senior, 40-0. He's building his lead against another senior, Ethan Scogland, Sergeant Bluffs Luton. And just as I say that, Doolittle gets his 3rd takedown of the match, and he's getting back points. So Doolittle will go up 7-1 going into the 3rd period.
Over on 3 right now. Score is 4-2 for Davis out of Eddiesville Blakesburg. Started 3rd period. He's choosing down here to start. CJ Davis might need to find something on top here to get rolling. Down on 4. Heidman up 4-0 right now over Tice Clarkin of Humboldt.
And they just started the 3rd period there on mat 4. This quarterfinal bout at 126 pounds.
They're scrapping.
Good shot from Heedman of Union LaPorte City. Clarkin of Humboldt getting his hips back.
Davis Davis is trying everything he can here to keep growing, but Davis from Eddiesville Blakesburg, he gets the reversal here. He's coming up 6-2 right now as he's rolling through into this match. He's got a minute 17 left. Davis trying to go standing switch. He'll get the 1 out of it.
Good action.
Breaks free.
Good action.
Smart wrestling there.
Guys.
6-3 is the score right here. Down on 7. 6-2 right now with 30 seconds left in the second. Steele Dirks walking away, 11-3 win for Assumption. Steele Dirks wrestled at Bettendorf last year. Now he's at Assumption. Now I'm at 8. We got Kyler Sandholm. We've been watching him this entire tournament. He's taking on Cale Nelson out of Carroll.
And on mat 3, good shot there by Landon Davis. Good reshot by CJ Davis. Another shot by Landon Davis, and CJ Davis of Notre Dame They keep wrestling. Landon Davis is going to come out on top. He's going to take an 8-3 lead.
Looks like Cale Nelson has a cradle locked up, but meanwhile, Sandholm is kind of repositioning. We got a big old pin here on mat 5. Amari Chavez with the win. He's going into the semis tomorrow night. An upset there. Carson Doolittle, he's just riding through. Down on 8, Cale Nelson, he's got a big old cradle locked up.
Tight cradle on 8. And same thing across the arena on 2. Logan McDonald has the leg split. The Grinnell Jr. He's got the leg split of Aiden Hippen of Clear Lake, the sophomore.
Down on 7. Gilly up 7-2 here. 7-3. Gonna have to hit a sprawl here. Briley's firing back on all cylinders. He's trying to get that takedown here.
Good action on the edge of the mat.
He's got to pull Gilly right back in. Gilly does a good job in the splits. Over on 5.
So Eddiesville's got 2 in the semis now after Landon Davis picks up the win over CJ Davis of Burlington, Notre Dame. Carson Doolittle in the driver's seat. He's going to get a victory here. The Webster City senior is moving on to the semifinals.
Over on 5, we got Mason Avila out of Decorah, ranked 7th. He's taking on Caden Parker out of Oskaloosa, ranked 9th.
So we got 7 and 9 on mat 5.
Down on 3, we got Cade Bloom out of Roland Story, ranked number 1. He's taking on Aaron Boone out of Washington.
And over on 4, at 132 pounds, the quarterfinal matchup, Caden Dietzenbach, the junior. He's only got 1 loss on the year. He's off to a 2-0 lead over Elijah Kupka from Benton Community.
He's the 1 seed.
Dietzenbach, the 1 seed, and showing why.
Over on 8, freshman Carter at Beam of Glenwood. The Glenwood number 3. He's meeting right away with an outside single. Over on 7, Briley still down 4-7, but he is coming in all cylinders here, trucking along towards Gilly. He's looking for shots. Gilly tries to answer with a slide by, blocks it down. Down on 8, Cale Nelson up 8-0 on Kyler Sandholm. Over on 4, CJ Nelson, or Dietzenbach, gets the escape. Looking to go out there.
That's Kupka. Kupka with the escape, I believe.
Cale Nelson, Carroll, Kyler Sandholm, Red Oak. Sandholm, Red Oak.
Over on mat 3, Aaron Boone, Washington, the junior, 43-1. He's got Cade Bloom, the undefeated senior from Roland Story. That should be a good one there.
5-7 over here, or 7-4 for Gilly out of Wall, or 7-5, 6 seconds left. Gilly's kind of taking his time getting back to the mat. Kind of broke down here in the 3rd period, while Biley, he's still looking to finish his takedown here. And time's going to run out.
Wow.
And Gilly hangs on. Cale Nelson racking up points on Sandholm.
Over on 3, Cade Bloom. It's a nice single leg to the outside. He's got a bottom leg turked. He's looking for back points right in the center of the mat. See if he can go get this, extend his lead.
Second period here on mat 4, Dietzenbach. They go both on their feet. Dietzenbach up 4-1.
Number 7 at 144 pounds. Peyton Pilgrim.
Down on 6.
Kate Bowers, Sioux Center.
Down on 6, we got a 2-0 lead right now from Matt Beam out of Glenwood over Carter Seth Hamill out of Charles City. Seth Hamill, though, trying to answer back with a carry, and he gets met big with a big old berry. That shoulder is tweaked hard. He's got the belly down here. He needs to look out there. Beam looking to hit a big old cement job here. And on mat 8, Cale Nelson with the tech fall.
16-0. Good work out of him.
On 5, Avila up 4-2 right now. Avila looks like both knees are all taped up. long season. He's probably ready for the off season here. May recover a little bit, feel a little bit better. Over on 7, Peyton Pilgrim. He gets the first. He's in a big old scramble here. Nothing as they go out of bounds. On 4, Dietzenbach looking tough on top here.
Yeah, he is. He just had a really nice duck under takedown, too, to get his third takedown of the match. He's up 6-1. That's Caden Dietzenbach of Burlington, Notre Dame. Next to them on mat 2, Jax Miller out of West Delaware, Manchester. He leads 2-0 over Dalton Van Wy, the senior from Sergeant Bluffs, Luton, as they go out of bounds and get a fresh start. And over on mat 1, Decora's William Fullhart, the freshman. He's taking on Brady Patterson of Benton Community, the sophomore. 2 young kids there with similar records. It's Fullhart with the early 2-0 lead.
Fullhart's dad, national champion for the Hawkeyes, Lee Fullhart.
Good genes there, then, it sounds like.
Yes, sir. I believe his dad is the head coach at Decorah as well.
Now wrestling on mat number 6.
Multiple-time state champion there for the Vikings.
And on mat 4, Caden Dietzenbach, the junior. He's got a 6-1 lead going into period 3. They go neutral to start the third, and right away, Dietzenbach's not wasting any time. Goes ankle pick, but good job out of Kupka for getting his legs back. Still neutral here. Another good duck under from Dietzenbach.
Goes right into a carry.
Switches off to a fireman's carry. He's going to score 2 more. He'll extend his lead 8-1. He's going bottom leg Turk. Caden Dietzenbach, 8-1 and looking for more points.
On 6, we got Jace Jasper, sophomore out of Mount Vernon, taking on Reagan Hatchie out of Central Lyon, George Little Rock. Hatchie with that first round win over Guiley, who was the 7th seed coming in here. Jasper, man, he's a machine, man, especially as a sophomore. Took second last year, so he's looking to try to get another shot here in the state tournament or in the state finals here on Saturday night.
And over on 3, looks like Aaron Boone is in on Cade Bloom's ankles. Bloom doing a good job trying to sit the corner. They're all tied up ankle to ankle. And I'd assume if nothing happens here, yeah, there we go, a stalemate. They were kind of in there for quite some time before a ref called stalemate. So Bloom starts down again. They get a fresh start. Minute to go in the second period. Aaron Boone putting a tough ride on the senior from Roland Story, going for his 3rd state title.
Over on 4, Dietzenbach, man, he's putting together a clinic on his feet.
And Cade Bloom from Roland Story earns the escape, so he'll extend his lead 3-0.
Another takedown there by Dietzenbach. Just snap, 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 go behind. Tell you what, Jasper and Hatchie right now, they're both trying to see who can win in the front headlock game. They've been both going back and forth there. Down on 2, Jax Miller with a takedown there, 4-3.
Yeah, and over on mat 5, Oskaloosa, Caden Parker, the sophomore. He's going to fall 5-3 to Mason Avila of Decorah, the sophomore. So 2 sophomores there in the quarterfinals, and it's the Decorah sophomore, Mason Avila.
He'll be facing the winner of Jace Jasper and Hatchie here tomorrow morning. Dietzenbach walks off the match with a 10-2 victory there for West Burlington Notre Dame.
Over on 3, they're about to start the third period. Aaron Boone of Washington, he's going to choose down to start the third. Cade Bloom with the claw ride off to the left side of Aaron Boone. Looking to put pressure forward, break him down. Tough ride on the left side there, the Washington athlete, as he drops down to a single leg.
And then coming up here right now on mat 4, Shane Hanford out of West Marshall. He's taking on Caden Weil. This is a 3-4 match right now, with Weil being ranked 3rd and Hanford being ranked 4th.
Hanford, a junior out of State Center, West Marshall. He's 39-1 on the season. Caden Wild, Assumption Davenport, also a junior, 33-4.
Over on 6, Jasper gets the escape and answers the takedown right away. He jumps up 3-0. Over on 5, Caden Kramer, Independence taking on Jordan Schmidt out of Solon. Kramer ranked 5th, Schmidt ranked 7th. Over on that's a WOMAC conference meet up there, so they've seen each other a couple times. Over on 2, Jax Miller, man, in on a big old double leg, gets it with some back points. That was huge. He is just trucking along this tournament after taking that first round loss. He's putting together doing great backside work for West Delaware, Manchester. Over here on 7 goes Elevator, gets the reversal on Peyton Pilgrim. Bauer up 12-0.
And back on mat 5, Caden Kramer of Independence. He's going to score the first 2 points of that match over Jordan Schmidt, the junior from Solon. So Kramer off to a 2-0 start. And back on 3, Cade Bloom still riding tough in this third period. He's going to move on to the semifinal with a 3-0 win over Aaron Boone. Down on mat 4, we got a 2-0 lead for Cade Wild.
Coming up here on...
And he'll choose down to start the second period.
Coming up here on mat 3, we got... where we got? I just lost my tracking here. I'm sorry.
Another potential barn burner, it sounds like. And on mat 4,
Tucker Stangl and Blake Wilson. Tucker Stangl ranked number 1. Blake Wilson, unranked, get himself in this quarterfinal here. Stangel's tough. It's pretty tough. Stangl is senior.
Now wrestling on mat number 7 at 100.
Over on 4 right now.
Easton Wheeler, Anamosa, Austin Evans, Kristen.
Cade Wild up 2-0 right now.
Wheeler, Anamosa, you are now wrestling on mat
Wild ranked 3rd.
He's going to get a reversal and extend his lead 4-0 over West Marshall.
A junior, 33-4, put himself in the nice driver's seat here going into the third period. Meanwhile, Jace Jasper rocking up a 5-0 lead right now with 1:25 left here in the third. He's just, like I told you, man, he's a little gas tank. Over on
5, they're scrapping hard. That's Caden Kemmer of Independence. But just as I say that, Jordan Schmidt of Solon, he's going to get a reversal and tie it up. 40 seconds to go in the second period. They're tied at 2 on mat 5. So Jasper's with a good lead on 6. He's up 5-0 with 50 seconds to go.
Stangl up 2-0, does an optional cut. He's looking to finish here.
Right back on it.
Getting on the legs there. I'm sorry, that's Blake Fox out of Osage, not Tucker Stangl, my bad. Blake Fox, returning state champion, and he's taking on
Barrett Morgan of Algona.
My apologies here. Some weights are going 44, some weights are going 50, and sometimes they get mixed up. Plus, every Osage kid looks the same. Down on mat 5, Caden Kramer up 3-2 right now, going into the third period. Schmidt, they're both on their feet. Schmidt needs to put some work together here. Down on 7, we got Easton Wheeler wrestling Austin Evans of Creston. Evans up 2-0 right now on Wheeler. On 8.
So mat 6, Jace Jasper is going to get the victory 5-0.
Going into tomorrow morning semifinal.
More team points for Mount Vernon.
Getting himself on the medal stand there. On mat 6, we got number 10 ranked Carter Lamont of Vinton Shellsburg versus number 4 Royce Butt of Central DeWitt. We watched Butt wrestle yesterday, man, and he is a little machine gun.
Over on mat 1, Cole Halupnik of North
Now
Polk.
wrestling on mat number
He's
6,
taking on Niall
quarterfinal
Sin of
144.
Williamsburg. Sin
Partner
off
number 1, Benton
to a
Schellsburg.
good start.
Royce
He's
Butt,
up 4 to
Central
1
DeWitt.
after 2 takedowns and an escape.
Schellsburg, Butt, and Central DeWitt.
2
Now
takedowns for
wrestling on
Sin,
mat
1
number
escape for
6,
Halupnik.
quarterfinals,
And
number
Halupnik
44.
hustles back to the center of the mat. He'll start down. They'll get a new start, 40 seconds to go in the first period.
Butt here with a 2-on-1.
Halupnik fighting hands over there on mat 1.
Blake Fox with a 2-1 lead right now. So just like that, Jordan Schmidt gets a takedown here with a minute left. He's up 4-3 right now in this quarterfinal against Caden Kramer of Independence. Kramer's got his head up. Has to try going head arm, trying to pull him through, but might not be the smartest thing to do right now. But he actually, I take that back. I might not know much as wrestling as he does. He goes Merkel, shucks it by. Could be getting the 2 here.
Yeah, they just awarded him the 2. And a nice sit through by Solons Jr. Jordan Schmidt. So a reversal and a reversal.
6-5.
Makes the score 6-5. Short time in the third period. They're rolling all over. Schmidt with the claw ride.
13 seconds left.
Go out of bounds. They'll get a fresh start with 13 seconds left.
If you're Caden Kramer right now, man, you got to take a big old deep breath, and your first move has got to be up. It's got to be explosion. It's got to be 2 or 3 of those if you have to, and just burn the bridge here with 12 seconds left. Meanwhile, up on 3.
These guys are scrapping. The sophomore Barrett Morgan of Algona giving the returning state champion Blake Fox of Osage everything he's got.
He's ranked 10th. Wow, Kramer gets the escape. They're saying 1, not 2. They're saying 1, not 2, so they're going to overtime here.
Wow.
Man, that last 2 minutes, man.
A lot of back and forth and good competitiveness out of both those guys. Over here on mat 6, we haven't spoke much about this. Royce Butt, the senior from Central DeWitt. He's got Carter Lamont of Benton Schellsburg in the full splits. No takedown awarded on the edge of the mat. Overtime on mat 5. Independence with a elbow pass to the far ankle. He's trying to pull him on. He's in a single leg position. Schmidt whizzing hard. And they're right on the edge of the mat, right in front of Independence coaches. He's got a near side cradle locked up. He's trying to sit through. This is good action for both guys. They're going to get a fresh start. Yeah, they've got to go fresh start. I don't know why the refs are talking. They're going neutral. So they'll get a fresh start here. That's Jordan Schmidt of Solon. Caden Kramer of Independence back to the center. The senior from Independence, the junior from Solon. And now Independence coaches are going to the scorers table.
Blake Fox answering with a takedown there. Minute 40 here left in the third. Answers right back. I tell you what, man, Barrett Morgan there just put together about 3.5 minutes of solid wrestling there, but Blake Fox is, returning state champ. You gotta have to put together 6 full minutes of hard wrestling there with him, I think. Over on 4, we got Jackson Jasper taking on Tucker Wheeler. Still scoreless here, 45 seconds left here in the first.
So back to mat 5, scoreless after the first sudden victory.
Fox got a headlock here.
We'll go top to bottom. That looks tight. That headlock looks tight.
Real tight. And there's the fall. That's huge. Big points there for Osage.
Back to mat 5, what's been a very competitive back and forth match. Solons Jr. has a deep leg in. He's going cross body. He's got Independence. Caden Kramer broken down flat. And it just looks like after that last exchange, Caden Kramer maybe emptied the gas
Jackson
tank a little
Bishop
bit.
Heelan Catholic,
The Solon
Tyler
wrestler
Wheeler,
looking a little more fresh.
Independence, Bishop Heelan Catholic,
Over
Wheelan
here.
of Independence, now wrestling on mat number 3.
Over here on
quarterfinals
6.
at 144.
There's some questions here going on, but current score right now, Bud's up 2-0 right now.
Hewitt Bridiger, PCM Monroe, Hayden Schaefer, Eagle Grove.
Over on mat 3 now.
Schaefer of Eagle Grove, now wrestling mat number 7.
We got Jackson.
150.
We got Jackson Knights, ranked 12, taking on Tyler Wheelan, who's ranked 2nd out of Independence. So back over here on 5, though. Jimmy, keep your eye on that one for me, bud.
Yeah, Jordan Schmidt just got an escape in the second sudden victory. So if he can hold off any last-minute attacks from Independence, he's going to move on to the semifinal. There's 5 seconds left. He's winning 8-7 right now, Jordan Schmidt of Solon.
Bud in on another takedown. There's 2.
Oh, and he shoots in. He's just going to hold on the last 5 seconds of the match here. He is going to win, and he's fired up, and the Solon coaches are fired up as well.
That's a big win too, man. I mean, they went back and forth.
So the junior moves on. Down on mat 4, Tucker Wheeler, PCM Monroe, just a sophomore. He's got Jackson Jaspers, the senior from Mount Vernon. So some team implications here for Mount Vernon.
Now wrestling on mat number 5, quarterfinals at 144.
Over here on 4,
Andrew
Jackson
Skittleson,
Jasper still up 2-1.
Ashton Marino, Algona.
Bud's here with a
Skittleson,
4-0 lead here with
Marino,
20 seconds left
Algona.
here
Now
in
wrestling
the
on
second
mat
period.
number 5, quarterfinal at 144.
Down on 6 right in front of us, Royce Butt. He's got a 4-0 lead. Check that 4-1 over Carter Lamont.
He's just getting real tough in the hand fight here. Like I said, a little buzzsaw. Over here on, looks like Anders Kittleson from Osage. He's taking on Ashton Moreno of Algona, or Anders. His name's Anders. I always say Anders.
West Liberty, Milo Staver,
Boom.
Preston.
Wow.
The undefeated senior, Kittleson.
Big old fake there. Almost knocked Moreno out of his boots. He answers back with an outside single, pulling that back up to his feet. He's working back up top. There's a takedown there. Minute 20 left here in the first. Down here on 4, we got a nice little match going on here, 2-1 in favor of Jasper over Tucker Wheeler out of PCM Monroe.
Yeah, and Wheeler looking to limp arm, and he does, but they go out of bounds, so they'll get a fresh start.
Tucker Wheeler ranked 6th, Jasper ranked 3rd.
So top 6 matchup here in the quarterfinal at 144 pounds.
Over on 8, looks like Casson Miller currently up 10-5 over Brody Hansen of Decorah. Then on mat 1, we got Caden Wiley out of West Liberty. He's up 2-0 over Milo Staver.
Down on 4, we're tied up at 2 after an escape in the third period by Tucker Wheeler. So this one's going to go down to the wire again. These have been exciting matches here in the quarterfinal round of the 2A 2024 Iowa State Wrestling Tournament. Nice shot there by Wheeler of Monroe.
Jasper trying to go big underhook.
Good reshot for Jasper.
They go out of bounds here.
And over on 6, we got another close one. Carter Lamont, Vinton Schellsburg. He's down 4-2. Royce Butts trying to hold on. 40 seconds to go on mat 6.
Aiden Graves, Tipton, Maxwell Mentor, Grinnell.
Over on 3, Jackson Kinnitz and Tyler Weiland. They're deadlocked at 0 in the second period. Bishop Heelan's Kinnitz doing all he can to keep Weiland down. He gets a stall call. Jackson Kinnitz with the first stall warning as he tries to mat return Independence Tyler Weiland. And over on mat 4, I look away for 2 minutes. Tucker Wheeler scores the takedown in the third period.
25 seconds left.
25 seconds to go. Wheeler leads 4-2 over Jackson Jaspers.
Kittleson up 5-1 right now here in the second period. Royce Butts pulling off the 4-2 win. He'll have himself a date tomorrow morning in the semifinals, getting himself on the medal stand. Exciting win there for him, senior out of DeWitt.
And down on 4, Jackson Jaspers with the escape. 10 seconds to go. He's got double unders. He's chasing him out of bounds.
They walked him through a stall.
Stall call awarded for Jaspers.
Looks like
Wheeler.
Looks like Jaspers is going to get upset here.
Wheeler drops in on a single leg. He's just going to hold on.
Yep.
The sophomore from Prairie City, Monroe, Tucker Wheeler, is going to move on to the semifinal.
With an upset over number 3, Jackson Jasper. Over on mat 6, we got Lucas Krull at Garner Hayfield Ventura taking on Dirk Boyles. Krull ranked number 1 out of Garner Hayfield. Dirk Boyles ranked 10th.
Wrestling on mat number 4, the quarterfinal 150.
Coming up on mat 4, we got Caleb Olson ranked 2nd. He's going to take on Tucker Vidsum out of Ballard, who's ranked 7th. Tell you what, man, these matches are been fun so far.
Yeah, and they're flying by too. Close matches.
Andre Kittleson, there's still a 7-1 lead here in the second period. 13 seconds left. Over on 8, we got Blake Mathers out of West Delaware, Manchester. He's taking on Owen Clucky at Carroll. 35 seconds, still scoreless there. Over on 2, we got Kyler Crow of Mediapolis. He's going to be taking on Aiden Antonelli of Anamosa. Antonelli, man, you know, he's been doing some good work here this morning too. So he's just trucking along as well.
Yeah, on mat 3. Kennetts of Bishop Heelan, he starts on bottom in this third period. Weiland's got him flattened out for Independence. Weiland with the 1-0 lead. Next to them on mat 4, Ballard Huxley, Tucker Vitsum, 150-pound junior. He'll take on Caleb Olson from Union LaPorte City, the senior with the 44-1 record. Minute into the first period, and it's 0-0 still for those two.
The Iowa High School Athletic Association would also like to thank Iowa State University.
Big takedown there. Oh, never mind.
More than 30 athletic trainers
over on 2.
Volunteer their time to assist our student athletes and their coaches throughout the duration.
Takedown there with a Wheeler going big neck wrench. Doesn't get it, but goes completely all the way over. Gets takedown there, tied up 2-2. Down here on 4, still scoreless, 24 seconds left.
Constellation at 165, Kellen Scott, Glenwood.
Right now on mat 6.
Scott of Glenwood, Bollinger.
Krull started the period on top out of Garner Hayfield, Ventura.
So we're 0-0 on mat 4. After the first period, we'll go to the coin flip. Vitham of Ballard's going to get his choice. He'll defer. Check that. He's going to go down.
Kittleson with the bonus points up there now. 12-3 going with 25 seconds left here.
And over on mat 3, Independence. Tyler Weiland, he's going to get the 1-0 victory after a 2-minute ride out the whole third period. He's moving on to the semifinals.
Over on 8, Blake Mathers up 1-0 over Owen Clucky.
Talon Weber, Charles City, Kate Slagle, Algona. Weber, Charles City, Slagle of Algona.
Now up on mat 4, we got Caleb Olson ranked 2nd, taking on. Wait, that's still going on here. On mat 4, mat 5, Anders Kittleson still going. Krull still scoreless here going into the second period. So now up on 3, we got Talon Weber out of Charles City. He's unranked, and he's taking on Tate Slagle of Algona.
Down on 6, still 0-0. 20 seconds to go in the second period. Lucas Crawl, the junior, doing a good job riding tough on top.
Now on 5 coming up, we got Mikey Ryan, number 5 ranked, taking on number 6 Hudson Scranton out of Anamosa. They're about 15 minutes away from each other. They've seen each other once or twice this year.
And Lucas Crawl on mat 6, he's going to get his choice. The Garner Hayfield wrestler. He chooses down to start the third period. And Dirk Boyle says, I don't even want to ride you. They're going to just go neutral, and he'll be awarded the 1 point. So Boyles from Notre Dame, Burlington, he's going to have 2 minutes.
Put something together here.
He's down 1-0 from Lucas Crawl.
All it takes is one big takedown. Sometimes guys are smart and they know, hey, it's going to be real tough to turn them, so I got to go big. I got to go get to work on my feet.
Over on 1, Caden Wiley is going to get the victory, 5-4 over Milo Staver.
On 5, Mikey Ryan with the first takedown here 20 seconds in. Scranton answers back, give with a 1-point escape. Wow, Antonelli, big takedown there, 45 seconds left in the second.
He's going to get a 6-3 lead. And then Mediapolis, Kyler Crow with an escape and right back in on a takedown. Kyler Crow, he's going to finish his own takedown, so it's 6-6 now.
And Antonelli
should be 6-6.
And Antonelli, just he's a sophomore. So all these guys that Anamosa brought down, they're coming back, man. And if Antonelli keeps rolling like he is, and looks, he catches something, that should be danger or something. There's 2.
He's going to get a reversal, so he'll take the lead, 6-4 now.
Looking down in the front row, you can tell the Anamosa Blue in front row, he's pretty fired up about this match.
Yeah. Scoreless on mat 3, that's Talon Weber and Tate Schlegel. Mat 4, we're scoreless going into the third period here.
This match here of 4, you got Caleb Olson ranked 2nd. Tucker Valdsum, he's ranked 7th. Still scoreless going into the third. Hearing crowd going nuts here. I'm trying to look for something. Oh, there's a fall there on mat 8 from Carroll. He was down.
Carroll's had a good morning.
Yeah, they have. And there goes Blake Mathers out of West Delaware, Manchester. Crawl walks away with a 3-1 win. Coming up here on mat 6, the real Slim Shady, Tucker Strangle out of Osage. And he's taking on Blake Wilson out of Burlington, Notre Dame.
We got blood time on mat 4. Looks like Caleb Olson from Union. He's getting a little attention by the medical staff.
Stangle of Osage, Wilson of Burlington, Notre Dame, now wrestling on mat number 6, the quarterfinal at 157. Now wrestling on mat number 8 at 165, Elston Linder, Central DeWitt, Christian Dunning, Clear Lake, Linder, Central DeWitt.
So over here on mat 5, looks like Hudson Scranton gets up 3-2 right now. 15 seconds left in the first. Stangle, takedown right away. Tough bar, tough half. He wants to go big lift, catches back points. Antonelli with the win over there, 9-4 for Anamosa. He's going to keep on rolling to the blood round tomorrow. Stangle here with a cradle. He's looking for the fall. There's the fall for Tucker Stangle.
The real Slim Shady.
Please stand up. Here we go on mat 3, still scoreless here.
Yeah, this is turning out to be a good one.
Actually, yeah, still scoreless.
Yeah, we're knotted at 0.
10 seconds left.
Mat number 2, 175, Constellations.
Hudson Scranton up 3-2 on Mikey Ryan right quick. Ryan out, though, tying it up here, 3 apiece. 5 seconds left here in the first. There was some blood time here. That's why we're a little bit delayed on time. Right now, looks like Caleb Olson right now is getting sitting 3-0 right now, 30 seconds left here.
Caleb Seba.
Yeah, he got an escape in that third period and then went right back to it and got a takedown over Ballard's Tucker Vitham. So he's in the driver's seat. Caleb Olson, Union LaPorte City, the senior. 10 seconds here, and he's going to find himself in the semifinal tomorrow morning as we move right into the 165-pound wrestlers.
Wow, Mikey Ryan was answering back with a real nice pick there, but Hudson Scranton throws a deep whizzer in. Put him face down on the mat there. Over on 4, we got Tavian Zenel of Algona. He'll be taking on number 4, Gavin Schuerman out of Greene County. Over on 6, we got Max Gass, ranked 6th. He's taking on Caleb Seba out of Clearing Goldfield Down, and he's going right to work on a takedown there, looking for the 2-1 there.
He's got a pretty good little pad on his left elbow, it looks like.
Yeah. Over on 5, Scranton up 4-3. He can still be in control. We're going to see here real quick.
David Zinno, Algona, Gavin Sharman, Greene County. Zinno, Algona.
They're waving that out of bounds.
Yeah, that's Mikey Ryan from Mount Vernon, the sophomore, and Hudson Scranton from Anamosa. 2 sophomores there in the quarterfinal. Anamosa and Mount Vernon. 4-3 the lead for Scranton. Mikey Ryan going to do everything he can here.
Over on 4, Gavin Schuerman. He's got a takedown here. He's doing tough on top. Gassed here, up 4-2 right now. 52 seconds left in the first. Oh, heartbreaker over here on mat 3. Tate's leg gets the 1-point escape, runs out of time.
Oh, wow. That's a big upset. Or no, it's not. Or yes, it is.
No, they're both, Slagle came back and just won 1-0. He was ranked 3rd. But tell you what, man, hats off to Talon Weber, man. He wanted to make sure that he gave that guy everything.
And he definitely did.
Well, that's the thing about the quarters, though. It's one of those situations like semis. It can be one thing, but in the quarters, it's like, okay, I still got to get right. I gotta show up tomorrow morning. So if I lose, this means nothing. I come home empty-handed. Scranton has a little head leg here, cradle. 4-3, they run out of bounds. Minute 53 left here in the third. This one's been back and forth all day, too. Gassed up still 4-2 end of the first. Gavin Sherman up 4-1 right now with 4 seconds left.
Watson Crow, Mount Vernon. Leander Wrights, New Hampton, Turkey Valley. Crow, Mount Vernon, Wrights, New Hampton, Turkey Valley.
A lot of entertainment here this quarterfinal round.
On mat 3, Sir Brendan Watts out of Bishop Heelan.
That's one of my favorites.
He takes on Carson Colbett of New Hampton. Watts is tough, man. 2-0 right now.
What makes you a sir?
Well, I think you have to be knighted, but I don't think he's English.
Yeah, it's hard telling, right?
Yeah.
And over on 5, these guys are still scrapping hard.
On 5,
Hudson Scranton riding tough in the third period against Mikey Ryan, Mount Vernon.
He wants to go back and he wants to walk back in the tunnel and tell Big Brother, hey man, you got to one-up me. Blood time here.
For Mikey Ryan, he goes to the corner to get a little attention.
Over on 6, Gass still up 4-2. Minute 20 left here.
Down on mat 4, Gavin Schuerman from Greene County, Jefferson. He leads Taven Zenel, the sophomore out of Algona.
Now wrestling on mat number 8.
4-2 on mat 4.
Poking of Carroll, Braylon Bieber, Independence. Poking of Carroll, Bieber of Independence. Now wrestling on mat number 8 at 175.
There's a sprawl. All right,
Good takedown there for Zeno of Algona. He's going to get 2 points and tie it up
minute
4-4.
Minute 10 left here in the third here. Hudson Scranton tied up here 4-4 with Mikey Ryan. Mikey Ryan, big old peek out. Scranton does a really good job throwing his hips down. I don't think Mikey Ryan's going to be getting too tired here. He's pushing a pace. Hudson Scranton here, he wants to stay right in that center there.
So it's 4-4, 50 seconds to go there on mat 5. Good elbow pass attempt from Scranton. Mikey says, no thank you. Their collar tied in the middle of the mat. Elbow pass by Ryan now.
Sir Brandon Watson is up 2-1 here. I gotta say Watts, not Watson. I keep saying Watson. Both guys here on mat 5, both just taking really good shots, and both are getting answered with real hard.
There's a high crotch to a dresser dump. So good opportunity to score there for Hudson Scranton. Mikey Ryan says no thank you.
Brandon Watts up. Sir Brandon Watts up 2-1. Mikey Ryan in on a big double, but Hudson Scranton meeting with that whizzer as Ryan goes step over. Oh, wow, big scramble, nothing here. Hudson Scranton catches him on his back as time runs out. They give him the 2.
Wow.
Woo! I just got excited. I don't know about you.
That was wild.
They just gave him the takedown.
Now they're going to wave it off.
They're waving it off. Mount Vernon waving it off. I mean, that scramble there in the last 10 seconds, holy smokes. That was crazy. Caution there on the whistle. Mikey Ryan was going right to work.
Anamosa's got to refocus here if he can. He thought he won the match, and now they're in overtime. He's got to erase that last 10 seconds and get back to what he does.
I almost feel like as a coach, like that should be like a new drill, like where it's like, hey, you just won the match, and then we just stopped it. So you got to clear your head,
well,
readjust.
And that's what it is. Hopefully you practice those situation type.
Ryan goes go behind here. Hudson Scranton goes out, throws a hard whizzer. Here's the thing, Hudson Scranton's strong, man. So is Mikey Ryan.
Yeah, 2 sophomores here putting on a show in the quarterfinal.
Ryan trying to go carry there.
Shot from far away, tries to go carry.
Scranton front head, 20 seconds. You gotta be smart here. Elbows are deep.
He's trying to go sucker drag. They'll get a new start.
10 seconds left here.
I know you guys can't see us, but we're both on our feet here for this one.
Mikey with a big whip, super duck, and then Hudson Scranton comes out with the 2, and he's looking for a fall still.
Wow.
Hudson Scranton. Wow.
Good match, both guys.
Mikey Ryan kind of went super duck to a body lock, and Scranton caught it, set through. Big win there for the sophomore Anamosa. Good sportsmanship there by Hudson Scranton. He's got himself a date Friday night, or Friday morning.
Over on 3, we're tied up 2-2 between Sir Brandon Watts, the senior, and Carson Colbett, another senior. And down on 4, Gavin Schuerman from Greene County. He's got a 6-2 lead over Taven Zeno, the sophomore. So it looks like Schuerman's going to move on here to the semifinal with the 6-2 win over the sophomore.
And here comes big brother Austin Scranton. He was on the other side of the arena. He probably didn't want to see that for Anamosa, so not to be outdone by his little brother. Austin's showing up. And I tell you what, man, this kid's come to party. He's ranked. He's top ranked. Hasn't been touched all year. I was really, really looking forward to possibly seeing him and Max McGania this January up at Alcater, but that match didn't happen. But man, that would have been a barn burner. He's a diamond in the rough. He'll be taking on Ryan DeGroot out of Western Christian.
Now wrestling on mat number 6.
And over on 5, Taylor Mahler, the junior. He'll take on Bo Kodam from Sergeant Bluffs, and it's Sergeant Bluffs Bo Kodam with a 2-0 lead early in the first period.
75 quarterfinals. Now in match number 4, quarterfinal at 165. Brody Hendricks, Humboldt, Brendan Hine, Bend Community. Hendricks of Humboldt, Hine of Bend Community, now wrestling on mat number 4, quarterfinal at 165. Now wrestling on mat number 8, Constellations at 190. Brody Schiffler, Algona, Brendan Lampers, Sioux Center.
Over here on 6, Scranton going right to work on front head.
Now wrestling on mat number 8 at 190. Wrestling mat number 4, Hendricks, Humboldt, Hine from Benton Community. Now wrestling on mat number 7, Constellation of 190, Quentin Polking of Carroll, Brian Rydell of Williamsburg. Polking of Carroll, Rydell of Williamsburg, now wrestling on mat number 7.
Over on mat 3, in a bit of a scramble here, still tied 2-2. And we're in the first overtime, so winner takes it here. Looks like Colbett's in on a shot. Check that. Sir Brandon Watts is in on a shot. They're going to stalemate it, go back to center here. That's the first overtime is over. Red's going to defer here. That's Colbett. He's going to defer. Brandon Watts is going to choose bottom. You got to be able to get out from anyone.
Scranton up on 2. Up 2, 14 seconds left here. So then on here on mat 4.
Freshman Brody Hendricks from Humboldt. He's 44-2. He's taking on Brendan Haying from Benton Community.
Hayne ranked second going into the district tournament this past weekend. So you got a 1 versus 2 in the quarters here. He wants to go big with that big old neck wrench. Now on 3, Brandon all tied up here in overtime.
Second overtime over there on mat 3. And down on 6, Anamosa with a 2-0 lead in the second period. Over on mat 5, it's Mahler and Kodam. Kodam with the 2-0 lead still over Mahler.
Coming around, Austin Scranton here looking for another 2, but all of a sudden, we got something weird going on here. There's a reversal.
Ryland DeGrew
with the
reversal.
Tied it up 2-2 here. He wants to try going Merkel. Scranton out.
And over on mat 3,
big
Colbett
overtime
is going to get a reversal. He takes a 4-2 lead. So Brandon Watts has got to he's got to get a reversal.
He's celebrating.
Colbett's already celebrating.
It's over. That's a big win for him.
The senior.
Nice upset win there.
He moves on to the semifinals.
Over on mat 5, Taylor Mahler taking on Bo Kodam. Kodam up 2-0 here, 19 seconds left. Over on 2, Case and Curran and Mount Vernon and Blake Jagger of Eddyville Blakesburg. Jagger up 3-2 here with a minute 10 left here. Osage now back in the lead with 55 points. Burlington Notre Dame in third. Fourth got Creston with 43.
Boynton Hall Rock Valley now wrestling on mat 3, quarterfinal 165.
Scranton all of a sudden now up 9-2. We blinked away for a couple minutes there, or a couple seconds there. On 5, Unionport City at 42, and Davenport Assumption rounding up the top 6. Over on 5, still 4-0.
Yeah, and now over on mat 3, Logan Powers, Roland Story, senior 30-3. He's taking on Brock Mulder, the sophomore, 33-3 from Boyden Hole Rock Valley. So a senior and a sophomore on mat 3, scoreless midway through the first period. Oh, and a big throw for Logan Powers, but they go out of bounds. No points awarded.
Scranton now up 11-2 here in the third period.
He's kind of blown this thing wide open. That's Scranton from Anamosa, the junior.
11-2 here.
And down on mat 4, we're tied 2-2 in the second period between the freshman from Humboldt, Brody Hendricks, and the junior from Benton Community, Brendan Haying.
They've been ranked 1 and 2 pretty much all year. See each other in the quarterfinals here, tied up 2-2. Now here on mat 2, we got Jackson Van Clearen out of Macokota. He'll be taking on Quentin Fuller out of Creston.
Now wrestling mat number 2.
The third round consolation. Hendricks answers
Good
with
switch for Hendricks from Humboldt, but nothing, no score yet.
Now wrestling on mat number 2 at 2:15.
So still
Scranton still looking for a punch over here. There's a fall there. There's back points down on 3, and there's the fall.
That's Rolling Stories. Logan Powers, the senior, with the takedown and win by fall.
He'll be going in the quarterfinals tomorrow night as well.
Semifinals.
Semifinals tomorrow night. I think he'll meet the winner of Young and Ingleton here. Ingleton coming in as the 2 seed in this tournament now.
Now wrestling on mat number 3, quarterfinal at 175. Dominic Polsley of Fenton, Heston Johnson, Roland Story. Polsley, Florinda, Johnson, Roland Story.
Yeah, and down on mat 4, Brendan Haying putting on a good ride. But just as I say that, the freshman Brody Hendricks with an escape. So Hendricks leading now 3-2. We'll see if Brendan Haying has any answer here in the last 50 seconds of this bout at 165 pounds.
Austin Scranton, they're picking up the 13-3 win. Raiders got 2 in the semifinals. Been a long time since I've said that sentence.
Oh, and a good snap down and shot there by Hendricks. And just as I say that, the junior from Benton Community in on a single leg of his own, trying to build up and shelf it. Now they're on the mat. Hendricks with the shin whizzer. Limp arm for Brendan Haying. Another shin whizzer. He tries to build up and shelf that. Hendricks looks long and lanky. Again, another shin whizzer and another limp arm. They go out of bounds. 13 seconds left.
Here we go on mat 5. We got number 3 ranked Colin Young of Waller taking on Xavion Ellington, ranked 5th. Ellington placed 5th last season at 170, so he dropped down to 65. Young hasn't been on a lot of people's radar, but, I Russell kind of picked him to be in that finals here, too.
So Brody Hendricks, the freshman out of Humboldt, he's moving on to the semifinal after a 3-2 victory.
That was a tight match.
That was a tight match and good wrestling from both guys.
Over on 6, you got Brent Yankovic up 2-0 right away on Kenny Kerr out of North Fayette Valley. Yank tough on top. Colin Young getting real low, wide stance.
Quarterfinal at 175. Daniel Gorski, Knoxville. Brock Boyna, Crestwood Cresco. Gorski of Knoxville, Boyna, Crestwood.
Ellington doing the old RBY, putting his hand behind his back as he's trying to look for an underhook.
On mat 4, we're going fireworks, double over, double under.
Who's going for that ride? Oh, time ran out. Wait, why did they stop it?
Blood time.
Blood time.
Down on 8, we got a fired up wrestler.
Big win there, moving on to the next day.
That's Brendan Lamfers of Sioux Center, the sophomore, taking out the freshman from Algona.
31 seconds here on mat 5, 165 pounds. Colin Young out of Wahlert. Still scoreless here with Ellington out of Sergeant Bluff Luton. Luton being the 2 seed here. Young chasing down a shot as he go out of bounds.
And over on mat 3, Heston Johnson from Story City, Roland Story. He's going to get a pin over Dominic Posley, the junior from Clarinda. So Story City, they've got 3 in the semifinals so far, 2 of them by way of fall.
Of Sioux Center, Lucas Spearbach, Solon, Van Riegenwerfer, Sioux Center, Feuerbach, Spearbach of Solon, now wrestling on mat number
Over
7.
on mat 5, we're locked 0-0. The senior from Dubuque Waller, Colin Young, he'll start on top, and he's going carry after an escape from Xavion Ellington to Sergeant Bluffs. So Xavion Ellington, the junior,
Up
with the
1-0.
lead 1-0.
He's going that patented carry that Ellington, though, answering back, going, grabbing a low anchor, gets the 2.
And then over on mat 3, it's Brody Sampson, the senior from Ballard Huxley, with a big takedown and lift over Thomas Sexton, the sophomore from Decorah.
So Ellington now up 3-0 on Colin Young here. Started second period.
And it's Decorah's sophomore in on the legs of the senior from Ballard.
On 6. Young putting up a 4-1 lead right now. He's looking for back points. There's some one swipe. They didn't give it to him. Score 3-1 right now in favor of Ellington out of Sergeant Bluff Luton. Meanwhile, down on mat 4, Voynia out of Crestwood. He's up 2-1 right now over Bruskick out of Knoxville.
Yeah, and just as you say that, Knoxville, Daniel Gorshkick, the senior, he's undefeated, in on the legs of junior Brock Voyna.
Young in on another takedown. They go out of bounds.
Class 2A, 285-pound quarterfinalists. Your matches may be assigned to mats 1, 2, 7, and 8 to allow us to complete the round in efficient time. So please be aware of your mat assignments.
We are going to be moving. We will start moving quarterfinals to next available mats here to kind of progress this on a little bit. This section's running a little long.
Yeah, a lot of competitive matches, a lot of full-length matches. We haven't seen hardly any pins
Young in on an outside single.
On these center 4 mats.
Ellington doing a really good job of cutting the corner as he dips out of bounds. Young, though, trying to pull it in. They get nothing.
That's Colin Young, the senior from Wahlert, Dubuque.
13 seconds left here in the second. He's doing everything. I mean, he's been taking the majority of the shots here in the second period. Still trying to push that pace. He has an underhook, chasing another one. There's a stall call on Ellington.
And that's warranted, too. He's been working hard the whole match for that. He tries to step over.
And as time runs out, nothing.
Wow.
But hey, we still got a third period here. I think the gas tank's about to really turn on here for Wahlert. Speaking of Wahlert, another Wahlert, Michael Borman coming in on the backside here on mat 2. He had that absolute Mack truck double there in the second round.
Now wrestling on mat number 2.
As he's progressed.
285, Mason Daly, Florinda.
Colin Young chooses down here to start the third. Remember, Ellington's got a stall call, so he needs to be careful here, trying to just hang on to legs and hang on to leads here right now.
100%. Yeah, he's got to go and ice this match if he can. Over on 3, the sophomore giving the senior all that he can handle.
Young up quick, hips out. He's got his 1. Now he's got to get back to work. There's another takedown attempt. Another one. Fires back with that carry that he's been known for.
He's in good position.
Now he gets
here.
back points, possibly a fall.
Wow.
I mean, just putting that together.
And that's how quick it can happen, too, right?
Down 1, or down 2, fires back, gets an escape, gets stalled, gets an escape. Now all of a sudden, a 5-point move here. Still looking to get the fall.
Over on 3, we're locked up 3-3. 4 seconds to go in the first period. So a pair of takedowns and escapes apiece for Thomas Sexton of Decorah, the sophomore, and Brody Sampson, the senior out of Ballard Huxley.
7-4 here for Young with a minute left. Oh, Witzenbach comes back with a takedown here. Kind of fake like he was pushing him out of bounds and it slid right down to his feet.
Takedown or reversal there?
Yankovic up here still 9-2. 2 minutes or 20 seconds left here for him. I believe he's a junior out of West Delaware.
So Young with the 8-6 lead here on mat 5. Xavion Ellington.
They're going to dig Colin for stalling, but the answer's right back with a takedown out of bounds. They don't give it to him. So both guys have stall calls here. Young going.
Now wrestling on mat number 7.
Still a takedown ball game here, folks. Goes 2-on-1. Ellington staying in good form here, but really not doing any fakes or just kind of hanging here. 18 seconds. I think he's kind of hoping to sneak one real quick towards the end here. It seems like been his strategy here is catch the quick ones. Colin Young with an inside tie. 7 seconds left. Blocks that down. What a third period here for Colin Young. Comes back 8-6, gets himself a semifinal here on Friday.
Oh wow, mat 3, the sophomore with the lat drop.
Big lat drop there
for Decorah. He's got Ballard in trouble.
Looking for the fall here.
Brody Sampson doing all he can to fight off his back. He looks like he's gonna get off his back, but not after a takedown and 3 near falls for Thomas Sexton of Decorah. So an escape, a takedown, and 3 near fall for Sexton. He now leads 9-3 over the senior from Ballard. And next to them on mat 4, we've got another barn burner cooking up. Voina of Crestwood Cresco and Gorshik of Knoxville. 3-3 in the third, going into the third period.
Quarterfinals at 190.
Borman's still coming at him like a Mack truck down here on 2. It's not even like he's going towards his legs. It's like he's just like, hey, I'm going to put my head right up in your chest and I'm going to grab something and I hope I find it. Over here on 8, we got some rolling action here.
And down on mat 6, another quarterfinal bout. Kane Kilmer, the senior out of Perry. He's in control 2-0 in the first period over Parker Moritz, the junior from Garner Hayfield. Back over on mat 4, a quick escape from the senior from Knoxville.
Michael Borman, another snap down there for Waller, 5-1. Man, this kid's chugging along here.
Now wrestling on mat number 8, 285 pounders.
Looks like injury time on mat 4.
9-3 right now on mat 3.
Brock Voina getting some attention.
You're wrestling on mat number 8, quarterfinals at 285.
And over on mat 3, Sampson with the escape. That makes it 9-4. And he's got a front headlock. He's trying to get to the corner, score a takedown of his own. He's going to get the takedown. So he'll make it 9-6. He's got 1 minute and 30 seconds. He needs to decide if he's going to cut him or try and turn him here. And it looks like he's going to cut him. He goes near side cradle. So he lets him up. That's 1 point. 10-6. He needs 3 takedowns or a takedown to the back. Over on mat 5, Jared Roos, Sheldon South O'Brien, and Troy Kupka from Benton Community. It looks like Jarrett Roos, the senior, 25-0, with a takedown and 3 back points. The 190-pounder out of South O'Brien, Sheldon, up in northwest Iowa.
Now wrestling on mat number 2, Constellation 285, Carson Greer, Williamsburg, Brady McDonald, Independence.
Over on 1, we've got a close match between Reese Rogge, North Polk, the senior, and Chris Rogge of Central DeWitt. North Polk leading 3-2 as he goes down to start the third period.
So
he gets an escape. Check that. They're halfway through the second period on the restart.
So I'm starting to think a lot of these are going to end up starting to be quarterfinals here. Looks like we got 3, 4. We're going to move them along as fast as we can here, looks like. Over here on mat 8, we got Paul Ballard of Albia. He's taking on Max Chapman of Creston. Albia school, it's red and black. They're wearing blue and gold singlets.
And as we head into the third period over on mat 1, Reese Rogge of North Polk with the 4-2 lead. Central DeWitt's going to start on bottom. Rogge goes claw ride and lift.
Over on 3 here still.
That's an upset on 3, it looks like.
Yep, Thomas Sexton up 10-6 here with 15 seconds left over Brody Sampson. Brody's still charging forward, but you just got to circle, dive. Yep, you can take that. Short time, 6 seconds left here.
Not going to give it up either.
Just got to hang on and advance. And Thomas Sexton is in the semifinals.
And down on 4, we got another marathon match. There's been blood time. There's been injury time. These guys are putting it all out there. But it looks like the senior from Knoxville, he's got the 4-3 lead right now. He's working for another takedown to make it 6-3. Nothing yet. No points yet. Stalemate on mat 4. Minute to go. 4-3 lead for Daniel Gorshik, the senior from Knoxville, over Brock Voyna of Crestwood Cresco.
Here we go. Still got
number 3 quarterfinal.
We got 6 quarterfinals going on right now. Over on 7, Russell Coyle up 1-0 out of Columbus Junction. Short time left here, 30 seconds.
And Rogge over on mat 1 doing a good job.
Coyle gets himself some back points, looking for the fall. Good way to close out that match. He was up 1-0, gets himself in the semifinals. We got a happy North Polk Comet over here. Sorry, it's gonna be lunchtime, man.
Yeah, pork on the mind. Yeah, it looks like the Comet's gonna pull off a victory. That's Reese Rogge. He moves on right in front of the Comet faithful. Down here on 4, I think this is the longest match of the tournament so far. It's Voyna and Gorshik. Voyna down by a point, 4-3. The senior from Knoxville fending off attacks. 20 seconds to go here in the match. Voyna doing all that he can. 18 seconds.
There's still 2 matches in the hole. There's still 2 matches in the hole on mat 4. Another blood time here.
Yeah, he's got to be getting close to criteria on blood time. I know they only get so much time.
It looks like time there's still at 5 minutes
to get the nose plugged and the blood taken care of.
Number 7, Constellation at 285.
Over on 6 here, or over on 2 here. Williamsburg up 6-1 here, going into the third.
Center, Griffin, Webster City, now wrestling on mat number 7, Constellation at 285.
We're going to. Let's see here. Going down over on mat 1, we got Ethan Wood, quarterfinal, up 2-1 over Carter Helskoff of Hampton Dumont, 2-1.
So here we go, 13 seconds to go in the third period for Voina and Gorshik, the marathon match.
He's chasing shot.
Crestwood doing everything he can.
As he goes out of bounds.
Kind of surprised they haven't awarded a stall call yet. That's three in a row where he's kind of just backed straight up versus circling. Wow, and almost gets a takedown right at the end.
Over on 3.
Daniel Gorshik, the senior for Knoxville, moving on.
We got another fall. We got guys rolling all over the place here in these bigger boy matches. Here we go on 5. Mason Kohler of Glenwood taking on Keegan Snyder of Perry. At 215, 215. Meanwhile, we got heavyweight matches going on. Still got 190s going on, catching up here. Looks like we're moving. We've moved a couple of these guys over, so it looks like a couple of these matches will be on deck on other mats. So we're going to start seeing here, let's see, matches going away here.
Here we go, down here on mat 4, my alma mater, North Polk Comets, Ben Bryant. He's a senior. He's taking on another senior out of Dyke, New Hartford.
Both guys look pretty put together. Over here on 2, we got a straitjacket situation coming. Big step over here for Brady McDonald. He gets the fall. McDonald with the fall. He moves on.
And down on 8, we got Scramble City too.
Who's going to pop out on top of this one? I believe that's Sam
Evans Sorensen of Atlantic. And he's going to get the pin. Tries to help his opponent up. Good sportsmanship there from Evan Sorensen. He pins Sam Christensen of Central Lyon, George Little Rock. So we got quarterfinals and we got consolations going on all mats everywhere. And
big takedown there on 4.
Zach Edelman, the senior from Dyke, New Hartford, scoring the first points on this 190-pound quarterfinal between him and Ben Bryant of North Polk. Bryant with an escape. They're back on their feet here. 40 seconds to go in the first period.
A reminder for Class 2A fans, Session 7 tomorrow begins at 9 a.m. and will feature 4th round consolations, the semifinals, and 5th round consolations. That's tomorrow morning at 9 a.m.
So tomorrow morning, 9 a.m. We're going to go 4th round consolations. We'll go 4th round consolations, and then we'll have semis. So tomorrow you'll be coming and looking at a dog bone style mat format. I'll be talking about that throughout the day. So how the dog bone is set up, there'll be 2 mats going vertically, and then so there'll be 4 mats on the outside total with 2 mats that focus on the center for the semifinals there. And so you're going to be looking at, so on the outside, they'll be running consolations while they're running the semifinals, and then when that session's over with, they will move into 5th round consolation. So the guys that are, the guys there who are wrestling still on Friday in the 5th round, they on the backside here, if they place, they win that 5th round, they're moved on to the consolation semifinals, which will be wrestled on Saturday morning.
Yeah, and down here on mat 4.
Tied up here.
Ben Bryant with another escape, so it's tied 2-2.
We got Headlock City here over on 5. Looks like Mason Kohler from Glenwood got real tight headlock in here. He's like he might look to step over.
Good action from both guys on mat 4. A lot of fakes, a lot of head snaps.
Kohler wants to step around. Gets the fall. There he goes on mat 5. There we go there. over on 6 right now. Brett Schaefer, quarterfinal out of Davenport Assumption. He's up 1-0 going in 30 left here in the second. On 7, Landon Griffith of Webster City. He's up 6-0, 30 seconds left.
Carson Downey, Clarinda, Gavin Bridgewater, South Tama County. Downey, Clarinda, Bridgewater.
Oh, good shot by Ben Bryant.
He's finished
He's in
here.
on a high crotch.
You're gonna go big old lift. You're gonna walk it back center. Boom! There's that deadlift.
Deadlift strength. He finds himself up 4-2 with 10 seconds to go here in the second period. He's going to ride out the second period here.
If it's his choice, I'm saying go both on her feet again.
I think so.
You gotta put that. You gotta put that in your hands here. Yep. They got him all fired up.
Looks like
it's his choice.
Green's choice, and he chooses neutral.
All right.
So we're going neutral in the third period here.
2 bulls in a china closet here right now.
Edelman, Dyke New Hartford, Bryant, North Polk, 2 seniors.
No 2 yet. They went out of bounds.
Good action from both guys and way to keep wrestling both guys.
Over on 5, we got Gavin Bridgewater out of South Tama County. He's taking on Carson Downey at Clarinda.
Now wrestling on mat number 3, quarterfinal at 285, Mac Muller of Osage, Trent Patton of Glenwood. Muller of Osage, Patton.
Both these guys on mat 4 staying right in the center.
Down on 3 here, we got Osage's Max Muller coming up. Heavyweight committed to South Dakota State.
Minute 20 to go on mat 4 for 190 pounders.
Final matches this Class 2A quarterfinal round are on the mats. We want to thank you for attending.
Ben Bryant hanging on here, 1-point lead or 2-point lead here, minute left.
We would ask
Good double leg shot by Dyke New Hartford.
As quickly as possible. And if you have trash around you, please pick it up, take it with you, and deposit it accordingly. This will really help the arena staff to prepare the arena before our next session begins at 1:30 for Class 3A. So once again,
another shot there. Good shot fake attempt by Brian to maybe keep the ref off his back. 30 seconds to go here. Quarterfinal bout, 190 pounds. Bryant leading 4-2. Both guys look like they're moving good still. Another
Bryant,
shot.
down block.
Good head of hands defense for Ben Bryant. Another
shot. There's a
another
stall
double
call.
leg. He's got to get his legs back. Good lift in return. He's going to score. It's 4-4 on the edge of the mat.
He's burnt. He's burning. He's getting the 1. He gets the 1.
Gets the escape.
Gets the 1 with no time, with 1 second left.
Wow.
You
Way
could
to keep wrestling.
You could tell as soon as he got taken down, he was like,
he's got to go. 6 seconds he got taken down, and he got an escape with 1 second to go in the match. Wow. Good match.
Good match. All right, we're going to sign off here. We'll be back for 3A. Thanks for tuning in.